So much, Psycho Mantis. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. We just went through 14 out of the 15 topics. Holy guacamole. Thank you so much, dude. Absolutely. Absolutely. Total noob mistake. Oh well. We're going to have to restart here, guys. Thank you so much, Psycho, for being a total freaking hero and letting me know that that was going on. I do apologize, guys. Holy moly, we're going to have to definitely cut that out from the live stream after it processes. Let me take a drink and let's move my notes back. Thank you so much, dude. You are a freaking hero, man. You are an MVP from today's stream. How long have we been going? Where does it say on the... We have been live for an hour. Ooh, this is going to be a long stream. Anyways, let's restart the Dead by Daylight tutorial, guys. I'm going to make sure... Welcome back to the Supreme's World channel. I am your host, Supreme Overlord. Today, we are going to be going through a live tutorial / guide on how to play Dead by Daylight. We're going to go through all the basic mechanics, starting from what Dead by Daylight is, all the way to getting you all the basics covered. And then we're going to start playing some survivor games and some killer games so you can put everything that I say into context for you guys. Thank you so much, Psycho. It is what it is, but here we go. Now, what is Dead by Daylight? Dead by Daylight is a 4v1 asymmetrical horror game. That means that there are 4 survivors working against a supernatural killer. Each killer has their own special abilities and mechanics in order to make it so they can eliminate every survivor from the game. Now, the way that a survivor wins is if they escape the trial, the arena in which you get put in. The killer wins by at least killing one survivor or eliminating one survivor. The more survivors that you eliminate, the better of a win you can say that it's called. There's really no winner or loser in this game, regardless of whether you get eliminated as a survivor or you let every survivor escape because they're just really good or just misplay things. The game is still extremely fun, and it's definitely a game, in my opinion, where winning and losing doesn't matter at all in the slightest, okay? So keep that in mind. The way that survivors win is by turning on repairing 5 generators. There are 7 total generators that get spawned into the match, all randomly scattered throughout the map. And survivors have to fix 5 of them. Once the power is restored to the arena or the map, then the exit gates get powered on, and then you can turn them on and or open them, and then everybody can escape. Now, when it comes to survivors, teamwork is your best chance at surviving. Hey, little man. Stop it. Oh my goodness, my little man is a little madman sometimes. But anyways, so the entire time the survivors are trying to repair all the generators. The killer is basically trying to prevent you from doing it. And at the same time, he's going to be trying to hook you, basically give you up as a sacrifice to the demon, the entity, the game master, whatever you want to call it, the thing that puts us all in that map in order to have his fun. We know it's just a game. Like when you take a look back at it, it's just the matchmaking, putting us into a map, putting all 5 players into the killer and the survivors together. But that's what the lore or whatever you want to say is in control, right? Now, the thing that we need to know about survivors, okay? Now, all survivors have the exact same movement speed as well as hitbox. So it doesn't matter whether you choose one of the smaller characters or the big characters, the hitbox is the same regardless. There is one difference, though, that might make you want to select a different survivor. So Now, the survivor, the only difference is that each survivor, whenever they get hit by a killer, you go from three different health states. One where you're untouched, one where you've been hit once, and another one where you've been downed. So when you get hit once, you start whimpering and making noise. You drop puddles of blood, basically giving hints to the survivor to where you are or where you're running away from him at, right? And then the third survival state is when you get downed, and where the killer can then pick you up and then take you to a hook that's been placed throughout because there's a bunch of hooks that are placed on the map, and then he can hooks you, right? And so when it comes to survivors, that doesn't matter which survivor you choose based on that. But if you want to be a tryhard, you can. I'll put the for the edited version. I'm going to put the list of survivors that have the loudest whimpering sounds and then the quietest whimpering sounds. So if you want to be a tryhard and you want to pick one of the survivors that make the least amount of noise, that'll be on the screen here for you, so you can make that choice for yourself. And then there are perks that each different survivor has. Now there are three perks that each survivor gets, and they're unique to each survivor. So making it so that you want to unlock as many survivors as possible, because as you basically prestige them, you can unlock those perks so that all your survivors can have them. There's 3 levels of prestige. Once you unlock level 1 prestige, which is essentially getting to level 51, you basically unlock the first level, like the basic level of your perks. At the second level of prestige, which would be 101, then you would unlock the second level of your perks. And then once you get to 151, which is really, really easy to progress through the level. So it's not like it takes forever or anything like that. After like a week or so, you can basically not even just a few. You can really unlock all your prestige levels pretty quickly. Once you have unlocked all 3 prestige levels, then all the highest form of your perks, as you can see here, Ghostface, killers have 4, but survivors have 3. So you can unlock, once you see them purple, that means that's the highest version of that perk, right? So once you do that, you can actually unlock them on any survivor. Therefore, you have a full gambit of perks to choose from. It allows you to customize your playstyle, and we'll go through those in a little bit later on. Now, the most important skill that you want to have when it comes to Dead by Daylight is the ability to have movement control as well as camera control. Now, this is where 90% of new players fail, because it's pretty difficult to move your character as well as your mouse, your camera, in order to keep an eye on the killer. Because survivors get a third person view, so they can basically not expose themselves and kind of keep an eye on where the killer is, and making it easier for them to survive. Whereas killers are stuck in first person mode. So for them to see you, they actually have to turn in their camera to see where you are. They don't have eyes in the back of their head just like survivors do, right? So as a survivor, it's the most important skill set, because it allows you to gather information while you're running or traversing through the map. Now, to look back, on keyboard and mouse, it's the way that you move your mouse, and then WSAD is how you move. Now, if you hold shift while you're on keyboard and mouse, it allows you to start running. And a combination of those two is what allows you to avoid the killer for as long as possible. That's what we call looping, or for lack of a better way, is like playing Ring Around the Rosie, because there's a whole bunch of obstacles or structures in the map that if you can basically run around and keep the killer on the opposite side or the furthest, keeping them from getting to you at a fast. That's what we call looping, or playing Ring Around the Rosie. like imagine when you're playing tag, right? When you're playing tag, you want to get to a point where there's something between you and the guy that's it, where if they go left, you go right, and you basically have this little mini game inside the game where you're trying to avoid the killer at all costs. So we'll get into looping a little bit later, but that's something that you have to keep in mind. It's a big factor in Dead by Daylight. Now, scratch marks. Scratch marks, when the survivor is running and therefore hitting shift, or on controller, it's a little bit different. I don't have too much experience with controller, and whenever I try to play with controller, I don't do very well. So that's why I always go back to keyboard and mouse. And in my opinion, keyboard and mouse is a lot, gives you more flexibility when it comes to so many different areas of the game. Some people say that looping is easier with a controller. So whatever you find easier, that's what you should be doing, okay? And so scratch marks. So when you're sprinting, you're going to leave scratch marks on the map that you can't see yourself as a survivor unless you have a perk that allows you to see them. But for the most part, only the killer can see them. And essentially, that's how the killer can kind of look around and see, oh, there's scratch marks over there. There are survivors that have been there in the last little bit. Let me go look over there and see if I can find someone and start a chase, right? And then that's how the game, the killer is able to track you in the game. So now it's not precise. So for example, you can run into an area and then kind of double back and tracks over some areas and then kind of release your sprint and either crouch or walk. Doesn't leave scratch marks. So you can make it so you make it look like you're running into an area, and if you have enough time and the killer doesn't have a line of sight on you, you can then kind of like sneak away or crouch behind something and kind of duck out and have the killer run where he thinks you went, and then you kind of give him the old breaking the ankles, for lack of a better way of saying it, and get away from him, right? So something to keep in mind. So when you're as a survivor, if you're not directly close to the killer, you might want to walk or crouch so that you don't leave any tracks for the killer to find you. The next thing that I want to cover is vaulting. There are windows in this game which allow you to kind of vault over them, or pallets. When they're downed, you can vault over them as well. There are 3 different vaults that you can use. You can do a slow vault, which means that you're not holding shift or you're not holding your sprint mechanic, and it doesn't give an auditory cue. You silently vault over a window or a pallet, so where the killer is not going to be given an auditory or visual cue that a survivor is over there. Now, if you're being chased, if the killer is chasing you, or the killer is around you chasing someone else, you may not have the luxury of slow vaulting something, so you might want to do a medium vault or a fast vault. Now, a medium vault is where you're sprinting and you go at a window or a pallet on an angle, and then you go faster over the vault than a slow vault. But mind you, it's not as fast, and the killer can still swipe at you while you're still going through the window and take a health state from you. So depending on the situation, a medium vault might be the difference between you getting away or getting away and taking a hit, right? So and if it's your last hit, you don't want to be doing medium vaults when the killer is in range, because you're going to get downed as soon as you come out of your vault animation, right? And then the fast vault is when you're in a direct line towards a straight line towards a window or a pallet that's downed, and if you're sprinting towards it and you vault it, you'll vault over it quickly and prevent the killer from swiping at you and hitting you. So 3 different vaults to keep in mind. Now, as you play, you're gonna see how that works out, and so something to keep in mind and be aware of, so then you can kind of, as you learn the game and become more competent in everything, you can use those better to your own advantage, right? Now, another thing to keep a note of when vaulting, you can only vault the same window or pallet 3 times before the entity, the game master, the demon in control, whatever you want to call it, blocks that pallet or that window from you being able to vault it again. It's just a mechanic so that you can't cheese the same window over and over and over again and make it so the killer just has no chance, right? There are certain sections in this game, if you are really, really good at looping or vaulting, for example, you can make it almost nearly impossible for the killer to get you. And so the game is set up in a way so that there are very, very little ways that you can cheese the killer or the killer can cheese you, so that it's as fair as it can possibly be for a 4v1 type of game. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind when you are vaulting, that if you try to vault the same window more than 3 times, the entity will block it and prevent you from being able to use it again. The next mechanic that I want to talk about as a survivor is, and a little bit we'll touch base on for killers, is generators, okay? Fixing generators is the main mechanic for survivors. Like I was saying earlier, 7 generators are scattered throughout the map, and if the survivors can fix 5 out of those 7 generators, you're able to power the map and power the exit gates. Once you power the exit gates, you're now able to run to the exit and open the exit and then escape. And so that's when that happens for the killer, they know they only have a limited amount of time to get downs and hook people. If there's only 1 or 2 or 3 or all 4 survivors still available, you know your internal clock should be screaming, we got to get some downs, we got to hook some people, we got to eliminate some people, because if not, everybody's going to escape. And so when it comes to the generators, as a survivor, you don't get to be able to see where the generators are. Like the killer has can see where all 7 generators are, because there's an aura that persists through wherever they are, so they can see where all the generators are. So it allows them to easily patrol all the different generators, especially at the start of the map, so before they can find a killer or a survivor and try to kill them, right? For survivors, we don't get the luxury of knowing where any of the generators are, but there are some clues. On the generators, there's going to be a huge light post, for example. At the very top, there's going to be 3 flickering lights. So if you don't know, if you're brand new in the game, it can be kind of hard to find generators, because they kind of be behind obstacles or whatnot. So at the beginning, you just want to look up and look for those little 3 blinking lights, and that's when you know where there's going to be a generator. And they usually stick up higher than structure or anything, so that allows you to identify them really quickly and get to them and start repairing. Now, once you start repairing them, there are skill checks that involve. You're going to see a progress meter that shows up at the very bottom of the screen there, that shows the progress of what the repair of the generator is, right? So what will happen is you're going to hear a little sound notification, and there's going to be basically a little circle that appears, and in that circle there's going to be a skill check zone. A small portion of that zone is going to be filled in white, and if you hit the skill check in that area, it's what we call a great skill check, and it gives a little boost to the progress, the repair progress, right? And the rest of and then if not, there's going to be a larger area that you can hit outside of just the filled in white version. That's going to be like unfilled. If you hit your skill check in between the general skill check area, then nothing happens, and you can continue to repair the generator. Essentially, if you miss a skill check, you're gonna have there's gonna be a little bit of a loud bang. Your character's gonna reel back, and essentially, and then the generator will regress a little bit. So then making you have to gain back the progress that you had already done, right? On top of that, that loud noise gives a visual and auditory sound for the killer to know that somebody's working on that generator. So if they're not in the middle of a chase, they're gonna beeline straight to that generator. So we'll give you some tips on how to know whether it's still safe to continue to repairing that generator, or if you need to scatter before the killer gets there in another section here. Now, one other thing. Oh, we'll talk about gen repair speeds, right? So if you're the only survivor, it's going to take you 90 seconds if you don't miss any skill checks to fully repair a generator. So it's 1.5 minutes. So it takes quite a bit, especially in this type of situation where the killer can arrive at any time. it's an eternity, okay? 2 survivors, it brings it down to 53 seconds. 3 survivors, 43 seconds. And 4 survivors, I believe it's 33 seconds. But if you have 4 survivors on one generator, that means the killer is just basically free roaming, and at any point they can show up and then make you all scatter from that generator, and then they can kick that generator. If its killer kicks the generator, it reduces the progress that's already been on it, so making it harder, making you have to basically either start over. If you've only just started, it'll may potentially bring it back down to 0, but essentially it makes it take longer for you to repair every single time they kick it, right? So if you have all 4 survivors on one generator, it's definitely not recommended, and it's just not worth it, because you're basically leaving it up to chance that in timing that the killer will just not show up at the right time or before you can fix it, right? So it's never happens. I don't think I've ever been in a situation where all 4 survivors were on a generator and we were able to fix it. I don't think it's ever happened I've been playing this game since launch. So when this launched, like 2016 or something like that. I started playing right when the Halloween chapter got released. As you can see here, I'm a huge horror fan, so I got the who's who of supernatural killers here behind me. And when I saw Michael Myers is my favorite, so when I saw that he was in a video game, I had to get in this game. I didn't know what it was, and I'm super happy. And it's, in my opinion, the best game of all time. It's the GOAT, the greatest of all time, because you can, regardless of whether you're a beginner or an experienced player, there are so many different ways for you to have fun, and we're going to get into it, because once you unlock the basics and you're competent and you understand what's going on here, there are so many ways that you can have fun in this game, and we're going to show you here in a little bit here. So the last thing that I want to talk about with generators is that if you want to avoid 3-genning yourself. As a beginner, you don't have to really worry about it, but kind of be aware, okay? There are, if you leave 3 generators that are close to each other, and and you've already fixed, let me see if there's 3 left. 4, you have 4, right? So if you fix 4 generators, and you leave yourself in a 3-gen situation which means that there's 3 generators that are close together, it basically creates a stalemate, because the generators are close enough to where this killer can basically patrol over and over and can basically give up chasing survivors, because at this point he knows that as long as he doesn't allow you to fix one of these 3 final generators, there's nothing you can do. And so you want to avoid that. Now, there are perks in this game that allow you to identify the 3 generators that are closest together. Or once you're really, really experienced at this game, you can kind of run around the map and identify where the 3 closest generators are. And you kind of want to fix those first, so that you don't get left in a situation where there's 3 closed up generators, so that the killer can basically create a stalemate. So that's a really fun situation. Really not fun. It's a really terrible situation to be in. I don't even know if it's really fun for the killer. I don't think if I get into a 3-gen situation, I kind of feel bad for the survivors, because they just don't know, and I just kind of let it go, and I just kind of start just messing around and just having fun. Just let it, because I don't want to sit there for hours or whatever until people quit before the game ends, right? It's just no fun whatsoever. So something to keep in mind of, but we'll talk about it a little bit further when we actually are in games, and I'll show you what it is. The next thing that you guys need to know about Dead by Daylight is the terror radius and chase mechanic in this game. So every killer has a terror radius. That is the way that it shows up in the game is by you being able to hear your character's heartbeat, okay? So the closer the killer is to you, the louder the heartbeat is. And therefore you know that the killer is really close by, and the more faint that it is, that means that it's further away from you. So it gives you the discretion to know, should I be sprinting right now, or do I have enough time in order to get to maybe start walking or crawling or whatever, like, or crouching or walking away. So that's something that you want to keep in mind when you see the terror, when you hear the terror radius. If it's faint, that means you have the ability to potentially just walk out of the way and kind of find a hiding spot and wait till the killer is out of the area before you go back to fixing the generator or whatever the situation may be. It's very nuanced, right? So, sorry, I had a phone call coming in. Anyways, now, some killers in this game are called stealth killers, like Ghostface right here. My favorite killer in the game. I have the most fun playing as Ghostface and Michael Myers, and I'll show you guys later how I do that. But these guys have mechanics in where they can shrink their terror radius or eliminate it altogether, because their mechanic is they want to sneak up on you and get close to you before you even realize that they're there, and then they can jump scare you or just come out of nowhere and kind of take you down or start a chase, right? And so something to keep in mind, terror radius and the chase mechanic. Once you get into a chase, that means that the killer is chasing you, duh. And so you want to do your best to kind of keep as much distance between you and the killer, and before they can inevitably get you down. Now, it's inevitable because of the next topic that I want to talk about is movement speed and looping basics. Right now, survivors have 100% movement speed, and then for the most part, most killers have a movement speed between 110 and 115%. It kind of mimics that kind of scary movie trope, like Michael Myers is always walking, but yet he can always keep up to you, right? Even if the guy is a world-class sprinter, he always looks back and Michael Myers is right there, even though he's walking the entire time. It's a built-in mechanic to make the game fair for the killer, and also to kind of replicate that instance in video games, right? So when it comes to that, there are some exceptions to that. Now, there are killers that have mechanics or game or not mechanics. I guess you can call it mechanics or aspects of their kit in which they either can increase their movement speed drastically, like Billy, the guy that runs the chainsaw. Now, not to be confused with Bubba from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre DLC. We have a unique character called Billy that when he revs up his chainsaw, he allows him to sprint at like 300% movement speed until he hits some sort of obstacle and then slows down. And if you get hit by him as he's in that sprint, he automatically takes you, regardless of your health state, he automatically brings you down to where you're downed, and he can pick you up and throw you on a hook, right? Then there's another character called the Blight, which he can sprint, and then he can bounce off things until his meter runs out, and he can basically pinball himself around the map and try to close the distance a lot faster, or traverse the map a lot quicker than other killers can. Ooh-wee! Anyways, let's get back into it here. Now, so that kind of gives you an understanding of how movement works in this game. Now, you escape killers by either looping them until they give up, or you looping them until you break their ankles and they don't realize which way you went, and you kind of escape the killer, or you just prolong your chase for as long as you possibly can until inevitably the killer downs you. And then the reason why you want to make it so that the killer is looped for so long is so that you give your other survivors the time that they need to fix generators. There are players in this game that have been playing for so long, survivor mains as we call them, guys that have been playing for 1,000 or hundreds of hours to thousands of hours, okay? And they have become so good at being able to loop killers and chain their looping between terrain to terrain in order to make it so that the killer has such a hard time getting to them and before they get downed. And so depending on how good the killer is, they can essentially loop the killer indefinitely. It's very rare. It's very rare when I see a survivor that can loop a killer for 5 total gens while we fix all of them. Usually, unless they're a complete beginner and they just get the killer is an ultimate beginner where they just like get so aggravated and they just want like, I just need to catch this guy, and they just keep going at me and they just say screw everything, I'm just gonna go for this guy until I get him down. You really need to have that perfect scenario show up where somebody is really, really good at looping and a killer is so new that they don't realize that by chasing someone for too long, it's actually hurting themselves. Good killers or experienced, even beginner killers that have been playing for even just a little bit amount of time will quickly realize the first time they accidentally make this mistake where they chase one guy for too long and then all the generators get repaired on them, they realize, ooh, yeah, I should probably not tunnel someone that's really, really good. So usually at that point they realize this guy is too good of a survivor. I'm going to go look for the weak links in this group, and I'm going to go chase everybody else down before I decide to chase them, you know. So that's something to keep in mind. Looping is essentially the ability to play ring around the rosy, okay? We've all played tag, right? Where you get to a point where there's like a picnic table between you and somebody else, and if you go this way, they go, you know, they go that way, sort of thing, and you basically do something until the guy, the person that's it just gets fed up and jumps over the freaking obstacle to try to tag you before you decide to just bolt it out of there, right? So the same sort of situation applies in this game. You're going to basically try to chain as much or create as much distance as possible by vaulting through things, by dropping pallets. We'll talk about pallets in a little bit here, but in order to create as much distance and play ring around the rosy for as long as you possibly can, giving your teammates as much time to get the generators fixed. Now, the way that you do this is by being able to stay as close to the obstacle that you're using to loop, whether that is a building, whether that's just a terrain, something that's put out there. There's like tractors, there's a bunch of different things that you can loop in the game, and usually you want something that's got a decent amount of size to it, because essentially if you are to loop the same thing over and over again, it's only a matter of time before the killer catches you because they run faster than you, right? So that's why you want to chain your loops. Once you see the killer is getting close enough, that's when you want to leave that section, that place that you're looping, and run to a window and vault, or create more distance by dropping a pallet, and then moving to another area where you can start the process over and over again and basically killing the killer's time. And so that's, you'll see some of it. I'm not the greatest looper, but I'm competent, and there are some really, really good YouTube tutorials out there that show you the basics on how to loop basically every structure in the game. So definitely feel free to jump over there and look for those type of videos when you get the chance. Now, there are pallets in this game that are standing up, and if you run through a little section where there's a pallet that's standing there, if you drop the pallet at the right time, you can stun the killer. When the killer is stunned, that allows you to sprint away and create more distance from the killer, which extends your chase. And so basically that's what we talk about, connecting your loops, making it so you can loop for longer periods of time. So that's something to keep in mind. We'll definitely show you what it is, and then if the killer doesn't break those pallets that you drop, you can also vault them. And then because we talked about it earlier, there's 3 different types of vaulting. If you can speed vault those, it allows you to kind of jump over those pallets or even those windows before the killer can swipe at you and take a life state from you, right? So another thing that you got to keep in mind when you are being chased by the killer, the first time that you get hit by a killer, it'll give you a small movement boost, allowing you to create distance and get to the next area in which you can start your next loop, right? So it's something that's inevitable, and it's something that you want to prolong for as long as possible so you can get the most out of every health state before you inevitably get downed, right? And so that's something to keep in mind, and we're going to show that when we get into some games here. Now, once you go from fully healthy to being hit and swiped at where you're giving those whimper sounds, and you're dropping pools of blood for the killer to be able to hear you and track you easily. Once you get hit 3 times, this game is very much a 3 strikes and you're out, and in a bunch of different areas, right? So once you take that 3rd swipe from a killer, that means you're going to get down. That makes it so the killer can then pick you up and then put you on his shoulder and then walk you over to one of the many hooks that are also scattered throughout the game. And it's the killer's mechanic in order to try to get you players out of the game. So again, once you get down or swipe 3 times, that's when you get down. And then you create another three strikes and you're out mechanic where you get hooked. The first time you get hooked, and then the second time you get hooked, and on the 3rd time you get hooked, that's when you get sacrificed and you get kicked out of the game, eliminated essentially. So when you see your teammates on hook, you want to try to get to them as fast as possible, or whenever it is possible, to try to remove them. That way they get a full 3 strikes and they're out. And so that's what you want to do. So that brings us into the wiggle mechanic, right? So once you get down and you get put on the shoulder, you're going to be able to start wiggling. You're going to see a skill check mechanic pop up, and where if you hit the skill check, the space bar at the right times, you start wiggling and make it so that you can wiggle off the killer's shoulder. Now, this mechanic is something that you shouldn't be trying to bank on, because regardless of where a killer picks up, even if they're in a dead space, almost 99.9% of the time they can make it to a hook and hook you. So the only way the wiggle mechanic goes into effect is if you have willing teammates to extend that time, right? So it takes 16 seconds of wiggling before you fall off the killer's hook, and then he gets stunned, and then you get the ability to run away and create some distance, maybe even hide and break the killer's ankles and make it so the game continues for you, right? Now, the way that the teamwork is very dependent on this, because if a teammate sees that, oh man, this guy's on his 2nd hook, if he gets hooked right now, he's out of the game, and they might be willing to jump in front of the killer, body blocking him and making it so that he swipes them, and slowing the killer down from getting to a hook, giving you that time to get to the 16 seconds to be able to wiggle off. Now, there's another way that you can get, it's not really wiggled off, where you can get taken off the killer's shoulder. Now, there are add-ons in this game called flashlights, or there's a perk that allows you to create a flashbang. If you're able to shine a flashlight in the killer's eyes at the time that they pick you up, they can get all confused, and then you'll fall off the hook as well. Or if somebody drops a flashbang in front of the killer at the right timing, then you'll also fall off their shoulder. So another added mechanic to try to have teamwork be the dream. Teamwork makes the dream work, as they say, right? So it's crucial in Dead by Daylight. So don't bank on the wiggle mechanic. But know that it exists. So don't just, as soon as you get put on the shoulder, just give up and wait, because the moment that you decide to do that, that's when a teammate's going to show up and try to give you that extra time. You're going to be like, oh man, I should have been wiggling the entire time. So regardless of what the situation is, even if it feels like you might not have a chance to wiggle free, start wiggling, because you never know. Somebody might show up. Maybe all your team shows up because they all they have full health. They might start trying to body block for you and helping you wiggle free. So something to keep in mind, the wiggle mechanic while getting carried. Next thing we kind of touched base on a little bit is the hook states, right? So it's 3 strikes and you're out. If you get hooked 3 times, you're going to get eliminated from the game. On the first hook, if you haven't been hooked before and you get hooked, you're going to have this, the only time in which you can unhook yourself. You get a chance to unhook yourself. It's a 4% chance to self-unhook, but if it fails, it automatically brings you to the 2nd stage. So it goes from hook 1 to hook 2. So essentially you're accelerating or sacrificing your 2nd hook state for a 4% chance to be able to unhook yourself, which is an extremely small chance. I've only, in the entire almost decade that this game has been out, I've only ever unhooked myself a handful of times that I can remember. It's just not a mechanic that you want to bank on. The only time you want to try to unhook yourself is if you see that nobody's coming to try to save you, and because everybody in solo queues deciding to play for themselves or being selfish and just don't want to be good teammates at all, that's pretty much the only time when you want to unhook yourself or try to unhook yourself. The second hook is where it's called the struggle hook, right? So you're on the hook and you're going to be given a skill check that you got to hit in order to prolong the time that you have on the hook. If you don't hit any of your skill checks, you're going to die quicker on the hook, and eventually the entity is going to come down and sacrifice you, right? And then the third hook is the death hook. So if you've already been saved off the hook twice, that's the time when you have the least amount of opportunity to be altruistic, where you're looking to play for your team. That's usually the time when you want to be as most selfish as possible, because you know that if you make a wrong move and you get downed, game over. Unless somebody shows up in flashlights for you or body blocks and you can actually wiggle free. Or if, it's another mechanic, you can also get taken off the shoulder if a killer decides to walk through an area where there's a pallet. If one of your teammates runs up at the right time and hits the pallet and stuns the killer at that exact moment, you'll fall off the hook, off the shoulder, and you can run away. So it's very, very uncommon and very unlikely for you to be saved. So once you see that you're on third hook, about to be eliminated, you kind of want to be playing hide and seek. You want to be as selfish as possible in order to be there if your team is able to repair all the generators and open the final gates. Which leads into Survivor heads-up display icons, okay? So on the left, you're going to see a portrait of all the survivors on your team. Now, when you see a generator icon appear beside their name, that means that they're going to be actively fixing a generator, so you know they're busy, okay? You know that the killer's not around them, and they feel comfortable to continue to fix a generator. And so if you're on a hook, for example, you know that person isn't going to be coming to save you. If you look up and you see all three of your teammates, or however many teammates are still alive, they're all on a generator, they're probably not going to come save you. So if you are on that first hook, that might be a situation where you want to try to unhook yourself, even though it's not recommended. Sometimes spending as much time on the hook as possible might be the only option you have, prolonging that death hook from coming so that eventually your teammates can finish that generator. It might be the last generator, so you might be like, hey, I'm just going to hang out on the hook and wait, because if they can finish that generator, the power gets turned on, someone can come save me, and then we can try to make an exit for it, right? So try not to panic depending on the situation at hand. If you see squiggly tentacles around the portrait, that means that they are the obsession for the killer. Some killers like Michael Myers, or even some perks, revolve around one player being the obsession. So it gives the killer added bonuses or mechanics to work to play around in order to fully unlocked their capabilities, right? Michael Myers especially, right? Like as you know in the movies, Michael Myers is obsessed with Laurie Strode. So it's kind of a way to that was introduced back when Michael Myers was introduced in this game to kind of reflect that aspect of Michael Myers in the game, right? So if you see that and that's around your portrait, that means that you're the obsession, and potentially the killer has some sort of mechanic at play in which you might be the one that he is after. Okay, so keep that in mind when you see the portrait that around your portrait or your teammate's portrait. When you see a plus sign beside your teammate's portrait, that means they're in the process of healing themselves or healing a teammate. So if you're on the hook and you see that happening, that means they're preoccupied for a short period of time. So kind of give them a little bit of time before you decide to commit to trying to unhook yourself, right? Kind of giving you an idea of what's going on through process of elimination of what's going on the map. If you see a skull icon, okay, that means that the player is interacting with some sort of mechanic that the killer has in this game. For example, some killers drop traps in the game, and if you walk up to those traps and you interact with them, you can disarm them. And so when you see that skull icon, it means that one of your survivors is temporarily disarming or working against one of the killer's mechanics in order to make it harder on the killer. The trapper or the witch, for example, they have trap mechanics in the game, so something to keep in mind. And then the last icon that you could see beside one of your survivors is the gate icon. That means that somebody is actively working at opening the gate. So if you see that working and you see yourself on the hook, and you see other survivors still available, you know that it's about time. It's about that moment where once somebody comes and unhook you, it's time to play your best and try to make your way to that exit. There's 2 exit gates at all times in the map, unless you're playing 2v8, which is just something else. Once you get the hang of the game, 2v8 becomes very easy to play once that game mode comes around. But something to keep in mind of when you see that happening, don't count on that person to come to try to unhook you if you're hooked, right? Now, these icons are going to give you ideas on who to save, who is free, and who is occupied. So it's a process of elimination. You got to use your own intuition and your own thinking in order to kind of use those to your advantage. Those are information that's available to you that you can use to your benefit. So kind of keep that in mind when playing Dead by Daylight, when you keep an eye on your teammates' icons beside their name and they're in the HUD for the survivors, right? Now, number 12, the anti-camping mechanic. So now there is the thing that we called face camping. So if a killer picks you up and throws you on a hook, and if they stand directly in front of you and they say, you know what, I ain't letting anyone near you to unhook you, I'm going to make sure you die first so that I can move on to the next one. That is not allowed in this game. There's an anti-camping mechanic put into the game where if that happens and you see a killer face camping, get out of that area as fast as possible so that the anti-camping mechanic starts to work. What happens is you'll see, if you're on the hook, you'll see a progress bar at the bottom. That once that fills, that means you can unhook yourself. 100% guarantee you can unhook yourself. And so as soon as you unhook yourself, even if the killer swipes at you, you're invulnerable at that moment, and it allows you to get that speed burst and run away and hopefully break the killer's ankles and escape, and therefore allowing you to live to fight another day and kind of work with your teammate, right? So if you're a killer and you're brand new, don't face camp. There's a mechanic in there to prevent you from that happening. So don't be a dick. Don't face camp. Just play the game as it's intended. It's a lot funner when you find ways to play as a killer, which I'm going to show you in a little bit here because we're almost to the end of the basic tips that you need to know to get up to speed, guys. So again, we went over the anti-camping mechanic where the bar fills up. Only if the killer is close and all survivors are away from that area. So if you're a survivor and you see, if you're a survivor and you see a killer face camping, get as far away as possible. That way, that person that's on the hook gets the ability to unhook themselves and run away. Next thing is one of the most important aspects of the game. Like I already alluded to it probably multiple times, that teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork is the most important aspect of this game. I know it's a little bit counterintuitive, especially if you're not playing with friends. If you don't have a full party and you're all in Discord communicating, it makes it a little bit harder to work with your teammates. But once you've played for a long time, you can kind of understand, based on what other people are doing, how to work with them in order to elevate the chances of your survival, right? So the way that you can the teamwork works in this game is you can heal each other. So if you manage to get hit and you don't get down and you manage to escape the killer, your teammates can heal you back up to full, so then you can take another hit, right? So you want to always try to be fully healthy, so you don't make any noises and leave trails of blood behind you, making it easier for the killer to follow you. But also, it resets that mechanic where the killer has to hit you 3 times in order to down you and then be able to hook you, right? So if you're constantly healed, that means it resets that 3 strikes and you're out. It's kind of like... It's a cool mechanic to kind of keep the survivors in the game, right? Now, if the killer is chasing someone or maybe tunneling and they decide I'm gonna kill, hook this guy and then rehook them and make sure that I get them 3 in a row first and eliminate them. If you see something like that happen, you can take it upon yourself to body block or take hits for them. If you see the killer is getting close enough to where they're going to swipe at the guy that he's tunneling, you can jump in between them and take the hit for them and then run away. So that it makes it harder for the killer to tunnel that player down, or even gives that opportunity for that survivor to all-out escape and kind of hide on the guy and make it so that he can't find him and tunnel him, right? So teamwork makes the dream work. Now, there is some nuance to that, right? If you haven't been hooked yet, you're going to have the most ability to play for your team, right? And that likelihood drops if you see for your teammates as well, right? So if you see that nobody's taking some hooks, you might come to the conclusion that they might be more willing to do things to help the team rather than when they have one hook or they've been hooked twice, or because if they're hooked twice, you know that third hook is coming, so they might not be willing at all, which most people should be choosing not to play for the team. And in that situation, you got to be the weakest link and you got to learn to play with what you have, right? So if you see your teammates that have already taken 2 hooks, don't really expect them to come save you when the time comes. So keeping the whole team alive gives the survivors the highest win probability. So if you guys work together well and you prevent the killer from getting to the point where you guys have 4 teammates alive, that means for the longest possible time, that means that you're going to have the best chance of surviving. So teamwork does make the dream work. So keep that in mind. But it is nuanced, guys. If you don't have any hook states left, if you're on that last hook and you're about to get eliminated, you probably don't want to be too crazy when it comes to some of the teamwork mechanics in this game. The second last thing that you need to learn, the basics, is the exit gates and the end game collapse. So when all 5 generators are fixed, the power turns onto the map, allowing for you to open the exit gates. Now, once a door fully opens, an exit gate fully opens, that's when the end game collapse happens. So that means that there's going to be a timer at the very bottom of the screen, which means that you only have that much time to escape. And if you don't, the entity will sacrifice you and that's game over for you. So if you're not able to, break the killer's ankles and make it out of the map, then you're going to get sacrificed one way or another. So if you're out there, taunting or teasing or, BMing the killer, you might not end up having enough time to make it to the exit gates. If you do decide to run out at the last second, it's very hard to time, and I don't recommend doing that. I get it. It can be fun to teabag and to taunt the killer when the exit gates is open and it's almost hopeless for him to get everybody. But it can backfire if you're not too careful or experienced at doing so. Something to keep in mind, guys. So there are different situations, right? So let's say you're opening the gate and you see that there's a couple survivors that are hooked. You might want to 99 the exit gates, or you might want to 99 generators. Not really the greatest strategy. Potentially, it could happen if the killer is just completely oblivious, where you fix the generators 99% of the way until you got 3 or 4 of them, so that you all basically fix them all at the same time, making it so the killer has 0 chance. You have to have everybody in Discord, or everybody has to play literally perfect for that to happen. And you also have to have a bad killer where they don't go around kicking the generators. So it's extremely, extremely improbable, not the greatest strategy, but it is something that really good survivors that are in a party in Discord and are communicating with each other can potentially accomplish, but it's extremely hard. I wouldn't recommend trying to make that a possibility, especially as a beginner. But you can 99% the exit doors, and there's no way for the killer to regress them, right? So you can, if you see some of your teammates on hooks, you can open the gates all the way up to 99% and then stop. Then you can run back into the map, and unhook your teammates, and then beeline it back to that exit gate that has been 99, so that you can open it and escape really quickly with everybody on your team. Because if you open the gates and you have a whole bunch of teammates on hooks, the killer might keep you busy for too long, to where you can unhook your teammates and escape before the timer runs out. So 99ing the exit gates is a valid strategy. So it all depends whether everybody is still available, if they're hooked. It's all dependent on the situation. Maybe also, you might not even want a 99, even if it is the perfect situation for you to 99 it, because you've noticed that the entire time that you've been in this solo queue, that nobody's playing for each other and everybody's playing selfish. So you might just want to open the gates and get the heck out of there before and get into the next game, right? So it's very situational, but it's something to keep in mind of, and maybe we'll find a Survivor game where we can show that. Now, let's say this is the last mechanic that you need to be aware of when it comes to surviving in Dead by Daylight. Let's say if you're the last survivor, whether the killer kills everybody or you're the last survivor because everybody else has escaped. Now, there's going to be a hatch that appears in the game. So when the hatch spawns, it's completely open, and it makes a distinct whooshing, like wind sound, like if you ever heard like wind in a tunnel or something like that, or like it's a really distinct sound of like wind. If you hear that, that means that the hatch is open and it's near you. So that you want to try to find it and you can escape through that. So like, let's say the killer is a really, really good killer, okay? And they've killed every one of your teammates and you're the only one alive. At that moment, as soon as everybody's dead, the hatch opens. So then it becomes a race for the killer to find the hatch and close it and force it to where you have to finish the where you have to repair the final generators. And if he's been really good and you still have 3 generators available, it's almost next to impossible, because as soon as he closes that hatch, the end game collapse also gets triggered. So you only have a timer in order to be able to get through to the end of it, right? So if you can't fix the remaining generators, which is extremely hard to fix a generator when it's only you and a killer hunting you down, because all he can do is patrol the remaining generators and kick them, and then you just don't have a chance to fix them. Maybe you get lucky and there's only 1 generator left to fix, and you're able to fix it and open get power to the generators, but then to the gates. But then you still have to open the gates, and it becomes a thing of, if the killer guesses which gate you're trying to be at, you might not even get a chance to open the gates too. So as soon as you see that happens and you see, oh my goodness, he's about to sacrifice or kill the last person, or the last person on your team runs out the open gates, your only option could be, I have to find the gate because the killer is guarding that last exit, right? That open exit. So it's just like a mechanic in the game to make it so that if the killer's really, really good and he kills everybody, then you're not left basically without a way of an escape. And then, like I said, it becomes a race for the killer and you to find it. And if you find that, you'll just interact with it and you'll jump out and you'll escape the match that way. And there you go. That's all the basic information that you need when it comes to surviving in Dead by Daylight. We'll go through some of the basics for the killer as we play some killer games. But let's finally get into it, guys, and let us do some survival games here. So let's play a normal map here, because everybody's going to be in the showcase mode. So we're going to get in here. I like playing as Nicolas Cage, and as you can see here, I've all these perks, right? So we're going to talk about perks here actually before we get in the game. So every single time, let me see here. So these are all the survivors that are in the game. There are downloadable characters that you have to pay for in order to unlock, and then there's a whole bunch of just like standard characters that everybody gets access to. and some that you can also purchase with iridescent shards here, right? So let's go to the shop so you guys can see what that looks like. So we got the survivors page here, so you can see here a bunch of these characters. Let's see here. Here, this guy's a guy that is a created character by Dead by Daylight. So you can pay real life currency, which is the auric cells that you can purchase with real money, or you can purchase them with iridescent shards. The iridescent shards are something that you get just by leveling up your character. And every single time you play, you get a little, you always level up. This game isn't, like I was telling my buddy the other day, this game isn't about skill, it's about fun, okay? You don't have, like, the more that you play this game, the more, the faster you're gonna level up, and the more shards you're gonna unlock. It's just inevitable. The longer you play, the more you're gonna unlock. It's just, it's a quantity over quality sort of situation here. So just keep playing, and before you know it, you're gonna have a ton of these shards, and it'll allow you to buy some of the characters. You can only use iridescent shards to unlock what are they called? Dead by Daylight created, like the developers created, right? So if there's a whole bunch of chapters and killers and survivors that get created for this game that don't belong to a horror franchise, and when they create them, you can definitely buy them with iridescent shards. So for example, Adam Francis is one of the older characters from an older the Shattered Bloodline chapter that they created, so it costs a lot less shards for you to purchase compared to someone that is a little bit newer, like Jane Romero here. It's 4,500, or someone that's brand new like Orella Rose, which is going to cost 9,000 shards. And it might seem like, oh man, it's going to take forever. Yeah, at the beginning it feels like it's going to take forever, but the more and more you play, the more these shards build up. So that's how you unlock. And then there's our DLC characters that come from horror franchises, or like Stranger Things here, that you can only buy with in-game with real-life currency, which are called auric cells, right? So you can buy auric cells, and then you can buy these specific champions, or you can actually buy the actual collections, right? So let's see here. Where is specials? Do we have anyone available here featured? So The Walking Dead, maybe? No, I don't even think we have a bundle available here anymore, since The Walking Dead was the last bundle that was created. So when a new DLC from a game or a movie or whatever gets introduced, see, because it's not even in the DLC chapter bundles. Oh no, actually they've changed it. Oh, nice. So for example, here, collection bundles. So we got chapters. So if you're a big Five Nights at Freddy guy, you can go here and I've already unlocked it, so you can pay real life tokens in order to buy them, right? So let's look for something that I haven't done. Let's pulse, right? So this one doesn't have a killer or a Castlevania. I've already unlocked it. Got almost so many of them. Tomb Raider, All Things Wicked. Here we go. Here's one. So if you go here, you can either purchase specific section or specific characters. If you like the killer so much that you want to play with the killer, you can buy it for 500 cells or 900 shards, because this one is a Dead by Daylight created one. And then there's a survivor that comes along with it. If you decide to buy the whole bundle, you click on unlock, and it takes you to the Steam page or whatever marketplace that you bought the game from, Xbox or whatever, and it allows you to buy the whole bundle for real money, essentially. It's usually like $13.99, $10.99, $15.99, depending on the bundle, but it allows you to buy both the killer and the survivor at the same time. So it allows you to, like here, I didn't want to buy, I didn't have 500, and I didn't want to, it was past the time where I could buy it, which, well, never mind, actually, now I realize that they've actually just increased the bundle or put the bundles in there in general. Before, they used to disappear, so I made the decision to just to buy Michonne. One, because when I looked at the perks for Michonne versus the perks for Rick Grimes, I didn't really like the perks for Rick. I didn't think it was valuable to buy him, so I just bought Michonne because I really just want the perks. Like, again, there is no difference in the characters, right? Like before, if you picked a girl character like Megan, for example, or Meg Thomas, her character is small, so her hitbox was smaller. But now everybody's hitbox is the same, so it doesn't matter which one you choose. It's all about the perks that come along with them. Because once you bring once you prestige them to level 3, all the perks become available to every champion. So let's go back to the lobby. So that kind of gives you an idea of what to do. So now, how do you unlock these perks, right? So let's look at Michonne right now. So as you level up, you're going to get blood points here. Every single time you finish a game, you're going to end up getting blood points, in which you can add, let's say, do I have enough? Yeah, it's enough. So let's say I wanted a camping kit. You click on here, and then you unlock it, right? Once you complete this web, you level up to the next one. So let me just level up one. It's going to cost me 48,000. So it'll unlock the next web. Oh, I'm going to actually wait straight to 48. Sorry, but anyways, you can go into here and spend all your blood points. If you don't want to like manually select what you want or go through these all, you can click on here and you can add or go just to the highest amount, right? So allowing you to get through the prestige levels. Once I get Michonne to where it shows number 3 behind here, everybody else, her perks will appear in everybody else, her highest level of perks, right? So right now, all I've unlocked for everybody is her green perks, which aren't as strong as the purple ones, right? So if you can see here, this is called Power Struggle. It's an Elodie survivor perk that, because I've maxed her out, I'm able to unlock her on any champion, right? So it makes it so that it's worthwhile to, one, unlock more and more champions so that you can get more and more perks. So then eventually you can be like I am with like Nicolas Cage, where if you go into the loadout here, you can see I have pages upon pages of completed survivor perks that come from other survivors, and then I can build a custom set of perks that allow me to play based on how I want to play in the game. So at the very beginning, you're not going to have anything unlocked except for the green perks that are in specific to each champion, right? Some of the best champions to start with, in my opinion, are Claudette Morel, Jake Park, Meg Thomas, Dwight Fairfield, because they have good perks that allow you to either boost your teammates or boost yourself. And then after that, the more and more champions that you unlock, the more perks that you're going to have available to you. So let's go back to Nicolas Cage, because that is my go-to guy. And let's get ourselves into a Dead by Daylight game. And we're just going to show you the basics. We're not going to... I'll just talk about things as they happen. So once you've got your perks set up, once you have... let's talk about offerings and add-ons. Actually, let's do that real quick. So there are different items that you can get in the blood web right here. As you level up, right, you're going to put blood points into these things, and it's going to give you different things. So like, this is an add-on for a toolbox. This is an add-on for a med kit, right? So when you're in here, you can select, I want to run a med kit this year. Once you select a med kit, it allows you to heal yourself without having a perk that allows you to heal yourself. Sometimes you can't depend on your teammates, or sometimes you want to heal yourself so you don't preoccupy your teammates from coming to try to find you and heal you. You can just kind of like heal yourself, and you know, teamwork makes the dream work. We're making it easier for your teammates. So I've got a bunch of camping kits. So I like to go with the self-heal because it allows me to have more flexibility. And then you have add-ons, right? So I'm going with bandages that gives 8 extra charges to the med kit, and then butterfly tape that would increases the healing speed by 5%. And then there's offerings. Now, every single time you go through the blood web, there's also offerings that you can have, right? So each different offering gives something different. So like this one, for example, the annotated blueprint tremendously increases the chance of spawning the hatch in the killer shack. So if the map has a killer shack, it allows, so at the very end, if you're the last person surviving, if he kills everybody else or if everybody escapes, and you've put this offering out there, you know that the hatch is going to spawn somewhere near the killer shack, so it allows you to eliminate a whole section of the map and run straight to that area. Other things, things like Vigo Shroud here, it starts... it allows you to start the game as far away from the killer as possible, right? And there's just a whole bunch. There are map offerings. So let's say you like playing in the Halloween map. So it allows you to, it gives an incredible, tremendously increases the chances of being sent to Haddonfield. Now it doesn't stack. So like if you and 3 other people decide like we all want to go to Haddonfield because we got a strategy that we want to pull off in that game, in that map, it doesn't stack. So only one of you can put them on there. The rest of you should put different types of offerings in there, right? So there's map had. So this one brings you to the Hawkins National Laboratory. So it's the Stranger Things map. There's a whole bunch of them, right? So McMillings RPD, which is the Raccoon City Police Station, which is the Resident Evil, one of the Resident Evil maps, and so forth, right? Now there's other offerings too that increases, some will increase your luck. So now that it increases the ability to attempt to unhook yourself by an additional 2%. So where normally it's just 4%, now it's actually 2%, right? So now there's other things like Escape Cake, which allows you to which gives you 100% bonus blood points in all categories, right? Now there's also
nice, scary story by the fire.
Hey, thank you, Nicolas Cage. Some of the downloaded characters have their own unique voice lines that you can hear throughout the game, so it's really fun to play with them, right? So Escape Cake, I like to use Screech Cobbler because during the Halloween event, the Twisted Masquerade event, I played a ton and I got a ton of these, so it allows me to get 100% bonus blood points in all categories. And now there's no invitation in the game right now because we're not in that event, so that doesn't happen. But it also creates one more chest, so it allows for you to have. There are chests that spawn in the game. I should have talked about that earlier, in where if you open them, you might find one of these add-ons. It could be the Masquerade Toolbox. It could be the Fog's Vial, Artisan's Fog's Vial, the Cryptic Max. It could be toolboxes. It could be health kits, flashlights that we talked a little bit about how you can use a flashlight to blind the killer, or even just a signal to your own teammates. The broken key, the map add-on, and so forth, right? And the dull key, which allows you to unlock the hatch even after the killer has closed it. So let's say you decided I'm gonna be a hatch specialist this game. I'm gonna make sure that I do my best to help the team survive, but I'm gonna go ahead but I want to escape through the hatch. So you might want to use an offering so that you know exactly where the hatch is going to spawn, and then you're going to want to bring a dull key so that it allows you to unlock the hatch when the time comes. So like I said at the very end, if you're the last person and it becomes a race between you and the killer to get to the hatch, you can basically find the hatch, hide so the killer doesn't see you, and when he shows up and he closes the hatch and he goes, ha ha ha, I'm gonna go find him and kill him now, and he leaves, you can just run up behind him, open the hatch, and escape. And he'll be like, what the heck happened? I thought I closed the hatch. But you get the last laugh because you get to unlock the hatch. And so it allows you to basically play the game in a different way. Different strategies, everybody has a different one. So there's so many different add-ons and toolboxes. So if you find a chest in the game, it's just a place where you can find items. If maybe you're brand new and you don't have items yet, and you leave these open, or maybe you want to leave these open and just play by the RNG that the chests give you, you can do that as well. And then the offerings, again, there's different ways. Like this one gives me the Primrose Blossom Sachet, gives me 50% bonus points in altruism. So any single time that I try to help my teammates by stunning the killer, by using the flashlight, taking a hit, will give you points for altruism. Sometimes there's just a whole bunch of them. So as you unlock your web, you can take some time to look into them. There's also videos, YouTube guides that have been put out there by really good Dead by Daylight content creators that give you basically a rundown of all the offerings and give you tier lists from the best offerings to the worst offerings. So just something to keep in mind. I'm going to go with the Street Cobbler. I'm going to go with these 4 perks, and the reason that I'm going to go, now Distortion allows you, now there's aura reading perks in the game where the killers, if they do something in the game or something happens, it allows them to basically have wall hacks for a few seconds to see where the survivors are, allowing them to guide them to where survivors are and start a chase, right? With Distortion, it gives me, depending, let me see here. How do you, I think the tokens, yeah, so for every 15 seconds spent in chase, you gain 1 token up to 2 tokens now. It used to be 3 tokens, and it used to just automatically regenerate. So other ways that the game, the developers have made it so it's more fair for everybody. They allow you to basically, whenever a killer has an aura reading perk, instead of him being able to see your aura, a token gets taken from you and it blocks him from seeing from where you are. So allows me to be a little bit more stealthy. It's a Jeff Johansson perk. The next thing that I'm going to run is Deja Vu, because it allows me to see the aura of 3 generators at all time in the game. It always is available for me to see, so that way I can try to prevent myself and my team from getting 3-gen. Remember when we talked about that earlier in the basics section, we were talking about generators. This allows us to allows me to see the 3-gens, so then I tend to run to those first and try to fix one of those 3 or repair one of those 3 as fast as possible, so that we can, so I'm constantly trying to prevent a 3-gen. This perk allows us to prevent that from happening. And later on down the line, once you've played a long time and you can identify the 3-gens, you won't need to run this perk. I haven't really committed that much time to learning, so I use perks to kind of prevent that from happening. Another one is that I'm rocking is Life. It's a Feng Ming perk that allows me to essentially, whenever I do a medium or a fast vault, it's going to give me a 50% speed boost for 3 seconds. So when I'm looping someone, a killer, and I'm about to connect one loop to another with a vault, it allows me to create even more distance so that I can loop the killer longer. And sometimes if a killer sees that you lithe away from someone and he goes, oh, this guy's got lithe, if he's a really good killer or a smart killer, he's going to be like, I'm just not even going to bother chasing. So it's an added mechanic that I'm bringing into the game as a perk in order to keep me from getting hooked or killed by the killer, right? And the last one, I'm rocking Left Behind. It's a Left 4 Dead character that was introduced in this game that everybody gets, and it's a William Overbeck, Bill from Left 4 Dead, and it unlocks the potential in one's aura reading ability. So if you're the last survivor remaining in the trial, you can see the aura of the hatch within a 32-meter range. So that allows you to, if you notice that, oh my goodness, he's about to kill my last survivor, or you see that everybody just escaped, it allows you to position yourself somewhere in the middle of the map, so then you can move through the different quadrants, so you can, oh, there's the hatch, and then you can run to it and escape before the killer gets to it. So it allows you to see it and get to it while the killer is frantically searching for the hatch, or maybe even just protecting the open exit gates if that's the situation that you're in, if you're the last survivor, right? So a bunch of different perks to allow me for max survivability, preventing 3-gens, and being able to loot the killers. So now, that might be a little bit too much for you guys, for you beginners that are watching this guide now, for you guys to figure out. But don't worry. The more that you play, it'll all start to make sense. So if you need to come back to the guide at a future time and rewatch these sections, I'll do a good job to break them up and timestamp them for you guys, so you guys can come back and be like, what was Supreme talking about 3-gens? Which perk? We'll definitely have that set up there for you once I edit this long form live in order to make it down into a actual full YouTube video guide, condensed for all the highlights in the best place. So let's get into a game. So let me see here. So Psycho Mantis is back. He says so many people that start out get tunneled and never unlock decisive strike or run DS and complain about it. Yeah, because it's a thing of what you don't know gets the better of you, right? If you don't know that you have to unlock Laurie Strode in order to get decisive strike unlocked for all your survivors, then it feels like it's terrible when you get tunneled, right? That's why teamwork is so important in this game. You want if you're in a Discord call and you're surviving with 4 people, you want to be able to be like, hey, I'm wiggling, and he's taking me to a hook. Somebody can, your teammates can stagger each other, and so kind of body block and take hits so that it takes longer for the killer to get to the hook, and hopefully make it so it's a full 16 seconds, allowing you to wiggle off. So a lot of strategy, gameplay, experience needs to go through this game that you need to accumulate through just consistently playing the game in order to be able to wiggle off or prevent killers from tunneling people down, because it's a viable strategy. It's in the game. It is what it is. I'm always the type of guy that it's like, just be good enough to know, or not good enough, just know enough to know how to beat that strategy, right? And that's only going to come from playing. And if that's not the case and you get tunneled out, who cares? You know what? You get to get out of the game quickly and move on to another game where you can potentially get a killer that isn't tunneling, right? So there's going to be good games, there's going to be bad games. It's an unbalanced game. Even though the developers do a good job of trying to balance the game, it's a 4v1 game, right? Killers are going to devise strategies or game plans in order to get the best chance for them to win, just like Survivor's going to do. That's why teamwork is the dream, makes the dream work in this game. And if you have everybody in Discord, it makes it so much fun when you play with friends and you can work together, right? So here we go. We got a generator right here. So I want to show you guys, this is what it looks like when you have aura reading. I'm rocking Deja Vu, so I can see the 3 closest generators. Now, I forgot to mention, now you can see that little red, the little red indicator show up. It means that it's a visual cue that you can enable in the settings. It's in accessibility setting for people that are hard of hearing. I'm actually deaf in one ear, so I actually have to depend on this because it's harder for me to pay attention. I'm just going to run up here just for a second to give myself some time to talk about this. Ooh, is this glowing? No, it's not. So it gives you a visual indicator to know that the killer is close. So now he's down there. Somebody is running a perk, so whenever a killer downs someone, we can see where they are. Now he's gonna go hook them somewhere, and I'm actually gonna go try to save them here because he doesn't know where I am. And so I'm gonna wait till the indicator changes a little bit so I know that the killer's not in range. See, it's getting fainter and fainter. That means if you're just going by the audio cue, the heartbeat gets like lower and lower. So I'm going to take the chance to come and heal. Oh, he's coming back. So we're going to try to run in a different direction, hopefully stay close to her, and we're going to heal her. Because, like I said, health states are the most important. Here's a skill check for you. So you see that the skill check pops up, and it gives us a little circle, and you want to try to hit the space bar or the bumper, I think it is on the controller, when that red circle becomes available. Now, she gave me a point. I forget how you point, but there are ways for you to communicate non-verbally in the game. That is definitely something I should. Wow, that's a total lapse in preparation. I thought I remembered everything. There are some hotkeys. I forget what they are. Psycho, do you know what the hotkeys are for pointing and telling someone to, pointing them to come? Because there's two different ways. You can point, so you can tell them, hey, look, there's something over there, or hey, go onto that generator, whatever you want to do. And then there's also like, hey, come here, kind of like, it's like this or like this, right? So, I had my hand off the keyboard, and now he's definitely chasing me now. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, we're in our first chase. I'm gonna run into this building here, and I know that there's a window just over here to the left. So I'm going to use that to create some distance, and I'm gonna lithe away and just create even more distance. And now I'm gonna stop running, and I'm gonna start walking because I don't wanna leave any signs, any scratch marks. And it looks like he has given up on me. And now I'm gonna try to circle back to where our teammate is hanging. Ooh, where is he? He's close to, he's right there. So he switched off of me and went on to her. So now that I know that he's focused on her, I'm gonna try to run it and beeline it to my teammate and try to unhook him before this guy hooks. This might be a close one here. If he's smart, he'll double back to this hook to try to prevent us from unhooking and healing. So we're gonna, he didn't come for us. So whenever you unhook someone, it's best to heal them immediately right there, because it gives you the most time before the killer can decide to come get you, right? Because let's say he's on the other side of the map and he sees, oh man, somebody unhooked the guy, and he decides to beeline it to where the hook is, you're gonna have, he's gonna go unhook, so I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna go back to this generator here because it sounded pretty loud, and it sounds like it's almost fixed. So let's see how much progress is on this generator. So there you go. See that progress meter that I was talking about? When it comes to the generators, this is about 2/3 finished. I have deja vu, so it allows me to repair 6% faster than average. So bringing it down to somewhere like 85 seconds maybe, instead of the 90 seconds that it takes if I was to start from scratch. But I'm going to hit all these skill checks here. And if I do a good job, the killer's on the other side. Ah, no! I was too busy talking. Oh my goodness. See, that's what happens if you miss some skill checks. Good examples right here. Maybe those were just learning examples here. So there I hit a great skill check. I need to make up for it. He's probably on his way to me right now. Yep. I'm gonna just I'm just gonna hold my resilience here. I'm gonna hold my nuts.
No!
I'm gonna loop here. Oh no! I totally made a bad decision. I thought he was gonna go that way because I decided to double back. A little bit more of an advanced. So this is the wiggle mechanic. See, like as long as you hit within the two things, you're gonna start building up wiggle meter. So I was definitely less than 16 seconds away, and none of my teammates were close. But it's okay. I finished the generator, and now we've, as a team, gotten 2 generators fixed. It looks like one guy is slowly trying to make his way past the killer, and now he's run past them. Now he's looking like he's running towards me. So now, normally you wouldn't be able to see this. Somebody has a perk enabled to where they can see them. So it's just something that a teammate has a perk that they've brought along to help with teamwork, right? And give me the idea, right? If not, I would have to look at the HUD here, and you can see super smooth has that plus sign beside him, so that shows that he's healing someone, me, of course. And so Here, we're gonna slow vault. See, there's a slow vault, doesn't make any noise. And we already saw a fast vault earlier. So now we have 3 generators here. I don't know what my teammates are doing. We are in the Dracula from the Castlevania DLC is the killer for this game. He's got a really cool mechanic where he can turn into bats or turn into a wolf. Oh my goodness. He's somewhat close. Okay, no, he's not camping, or he's not staying close to this hook. So I'm gonna unhook her, and we're gonna heal her right here. Everybody, it's almost everybody knows that when you unhook someone, just heal them right where you unhook them, because it gives you the most amount of time before the killer can show up. Oh goodness gracious! The killer is here. We have a moment to where, oh man, he went for her. That's not nice, bro. Oh, he is definitely chasing me now. And I'm just gonna use this building to my advantage. And look at that. Because he decided to chase me, my teammates were able to pick up that girl that was down. And so I'm just gonna leave a whole bunch of scratch marks. Hopefully he can get lost trying to find that. Oh, he decided to break chase for me, so I actually ended up dropping scratch marks for no reason. I'm gonna run to this guy. And they have recovered quite a bit. I'm gonna come here. Oh, she's using a different perk. She's using a Nicolas Cage perk, actually, where she can, it's called Plot Twist, where she can revive herself. And by doing so, it gives her to the full health state, unlike where I have to heal her after that. But it's kind of weird that she would want to use it this early. Wow, and there we go. We have our first elimination. We have 2 generators to go. He's somewhere to my left here, just base. He's over there. He's over there by the killer shack. So we're gonna run to this side of the map. We're gonna go to this generator here, and we're gonna try to freaking repair this one. At the very least, start it, because we have 3 generators that are decently close enough that Deja Vu is telling me that there's a 3-gen possibility. Because if we repair one of the other ones right now, and then leave these 3, it might be too hard to escape. So this is the 3-gen scenario that I was trying to tell you that you want to try to avoid. Don't worry about it if you're a beginner. You'll get that. You'll figure it out as he's right there. So I'm gonna have to give her up, because if he goes chasing her, he's gonna see me on that. He could potentially decide to chase me instead. So he just broke he just switched into wolf form. This is probably not the best gen to go for. Hopefully he loops away from here. Yeah, he looped back towards the killer shack. He's pulled the killer away, so I can come back to this one. I can see them there over there. You can see a little glimpse of Dracula as he crossed that little gap there. So we know he's furthest away, so my nerves and my anxiety are calm, or calmer, as calm as they can get right now. Sometimes, once you've played this game for a long time, almost all of that disappears, and you become cold as ice. You get ice in your veins, as they say. So right now we have Peach at the bottom. It's almost going to finish the second last one, so I need to make sure that I finish this generator right here. I cannot miss any skill shots. And hopefully Peach starts moving into a position to go try to now. Oh, she moved towards me. Oh no, that's not good. I'm going to bring him upstairs. I'm going to try to bait him into chasing me here. Oh no. She's trapped here. He's stuck looking, and I'm just going to beeline it towards him. That's just my intuition. that he's stuck looking for us. Oh, he decided to double back. Actions here. Oh no! Okay, we're gonna have to take that first hit. I accidentally double backed. No! No way. I didn't make it there in time. See? Sometimes stuff happens. I just couldn't get to the hook in time. Maybe because of that, I might get enough time because you can't use that hook after it's been. Oh, and she left, so she's not going to come save me. All I have hope is to get my way going. That's okay. That was a fun game. It's actually a really fun game. We did really good. We almost did it. We almost worked together there. If only I would have been able to get to that guy, we would have been able to unhook him and then maybe play the trade hooks for a little bit and get out. But that was still pretty fun, nonetheless. Let's keep on going. Let's try to get more examples that we can use for the actual full form game. So here's the post game screen. So this is where it's going to tell you how much points you've earned. I had 3,856 blood points from objectives, 2,763 from survival. Altruism, I maxed out at 10,000 points because I unhooked a bunch and I tried to save my teammate. Boldness, 2,275. So boldness comes from just being in the killer's terror radius and surviving that, right? I also finished the quest, so I got an extra 25,000 points. So for the match, I ended up getting 66,000 total. Oh no, wait, something like that. Either way, you guys can do the math better. And then here, these are our badges, right? So iridescent is the highest ranking, so I was the most benevolent. I was the most altruistic, right? So I try to help my teammates as much as I could. So I did everything that I could to earn the highest level badge there. I didn't do the greatest when it comes to evader. So stay hidden. Oh, this is where you stay hidden or win chases, so escape chases. And I lost points because I lost a chase there. Lightbringer. So this is how much you did towards repairing all the generators. So like if you just ran around and you didn't touch a single generator and all you did was keep the killer busy, you're just gonna get the lowest level, which I think is iron, because it goes bronze and then iron. And then we got silver, so unbroken, so the least amount of hits that you take, the least amount of point, or the higher your badge goes, right? So now here you see there's two little markers, right? So if you do a good game, whether you escape or lose, or whether you escape or you don't escape, you can still level up, right? You can still rank up. This is why I say this game is more, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose. So I did enough to make sure that I got up to this level, so I made progress towards leveling up. Because of how I see there's no 4 marks here, pips they call them, they go into these slots, these little things. Because I was on level 2 before, I think, or the previous level, that was the 4th one, it actually leveled me up. So I ranked up on this match. The next thing, it gives me some consequences. So I lost my med pack and the add-ons that came along with it. If I would have escaped, they would have all refreshed and I would have been able to use them again. But it's okay, I got a ton of them because I've been playing for so long. It shows me my level progress. I got a total of 3,750 XP. And this is what everybody, then it gives you a post screen of what everybody brought. So you're like, oh wow, what did the killer have? So you can understand what they were doing to kind of take advantage of everything. So they had Grim Embrace, and it tells you the perk and what it does, so you kind of know how to play around it. It also gives you, if you've never played against a killer, it gives you a breakdown of what that killer does, and also the add-ons and etc. that they brought. Now, I only was able to earn 18,000 points. The killer got 29,000. Gabriel did the most, I guess, even though he lost. See, like, even though he got sacrificed, he still ended up with the most points on the team. Nancy, the one that actually escaped, ended up getting the second most. So it doesn't mean that if you do nothing and you hide the entire game and you still escape, it doesn't mean that you're going to get the most points. It's about what you do in the game. Laura Croft and me, you know, I was talking a lot, so I didn't do a ton, but we did a little bit amount of stuff. So we were able to sort of get a decent amount of points, right? And then it gives you guys everybody's perks. So if you go, oh man, what was that perk that was allowing me to see what everybody was? So let's see here. Which one was the one that was giving us aura to see everybody? One of these guys had aura. Anyways, just gives you a bit of a breakdown and shows you everybody's name and whatnot. And here you can let's say the killer was tunneling or just being unsportsmanlike. You can report them, or you can submit a report against them, I guess. Or if you really like playing with them and you want to give them props, you can also do that as well. So I did not mind that killer. He didn't do anything bad. He wasn't tunneling. He was just playing the game as balanced or as honest as possible as you can get as a killer in this game. So I'm going to give him a thumbs up. Everybody else on my team, I'm going to give a thumbs up to, just because everybody did their best. Nobody was doing anything rude or anything like that. So then we're going to continue. We're going to jump into the next match, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. Good gravy. A little ingrown hair on my thigh there that was accidentally just flicked. So that's where I got all my extra other points from that. That's now we're up to 91,000. So let me show you again. Blood Web, this is how we upgrade. So if you haven't prestiged anyone, I think you have to do it the long way until you prestige someone for the first time. So you'll just have to, let's just do this one because I know I have enough time. Let's say I want Eyes of Belmont, right? I will go here, here, and here. And then you see the entity kind of blocks off another freaking thing, another node, right? So you just keep going. Let's say I want this ring. It's a key item. I'm going to go this way. And then let's say I don't really care about these, so I'm just going to go for the cheapest one. The brown ones are the cheapest. So we're going to go through that. Once you do that, there you are. You level up and you unlock the next one, right? Once you've unlocked this and you can spend blood points, if I wanted to, I can just go here and it would just give me 2 levels, right? I don't actually want to waste all my blood points here. I actually should have switched over to Michonne because I'm still working on her. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go max. I can only get 2 levels, 6,000 points. There we go. We're one step closer. Once you do it that way, it gives you, it shows you what you've unlocked for perks, items, add-ons, and offerings. You just scroll down to the okay. Now I'm going to go back to Nicolas Cage because he's got all the perks I want to play with. And we're going to get into the next one, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. Ooh, we got 3 people in here. Hey! 3 people in here. I thought nobody would be in here all day. I thought I'd be streaming to 0 people, but thank you, Psycho. Hopefully maybe you're still in here. I don't know. But thank you for everybody that's popped in and kind of jumped in here and there because, you know, if you're an existing player, it might be a little bit boring to go through all the basics. But hopefully I covered everything and maybe reminded you guys of something that you guys had forgotten about in this game. And now we're just going to be playing some games so I can kind of talk to them, give you guys some tips and advice or things that I'm seeing as more of a veteran player. I've been playing since 2016, like 4 or 5, whatever. I think it was like 5 months into the game, 6 months into the game. I think that's when they released the Halloween chapter. So that's since when I played. So I've played this game and tried so many different tactics, strategies, and from the more you play, the more you learn to read what's happening in the game, right? And so that's why I'm going to try to talk through every decision that I make, so you guys can kind of add that to your game. And so we're in another match. Let's see who we get matched up against here. Now, let's talk about unlocking the fun part of this game. Man, whether you're a survivor or a killer, one of my favorite ways to make this game fun, because I guess I get it. Some people are competitive. I'm extremely competitive as well, actually. But I've learned over the years that this game, if you want to be competitive in this game and you want to be top tier, like the guys that have been playing for like almost a decade now, there's just so much homework for you to learn and then digest and then put into practice until you get really, really good, that you're always going to get matched up against someone that is just better than you, and it can be very frustrating. So I've realized that there's no sense in competing in this game. You can really have so much fun just doing stupid stuff. Like, for example, the first way that I really enjoy playing this game is role playing, right? So I pretend like I'm stuck in a movie, a horror movie, and I'm like, how can I possibly do? Or how would I do? So I pretend, I'm in, if I see Michael Myers, I'm in Halloween right now, or whatever it is. So this is me doing my best to try to survive and escape, and if I lose, so be it, you know what I mean? So I role play in any which way my imagination can think or come up with. Am I gonna be the last survivor? Am I gonna be Laurie Strode? Am I gonna be the one to be the last to survive and do all the right things? Holy moly, we have everybody fixing. This never happens. We have 3 on the generator that I know, but we need to run away from here. I'm not even gonna care. I'm gonna sprint away a little bit here, because I know the killer's gonna beeline it to this way, and then I'm gonna start walking because I want to. The killer's close. He's on me right here. And it's the Trapper, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is a lot of fun. Oh! Now, I dropped that pallet. I didn't try to stun him because I was going to use light to get away. I'm just going to create as much distance as possible. And now, hopefully, he loses track of me and I can get away. I'm just going to continue to sprint because I'm afraid that he will pick up my tracks here. And now that I think that I'm furthest enough away, I'm going to move right here, and I'm going to use my third-party camera to see if I can see where he is. He probably just went back to the generator. There he is. He went. I saw him moving left to right. It's probably hard to see for you guys, but somewhere around that top right corner of the screen, I saw his head as he ran by going left to right. So he probably just kicked this generator to make it regress and then went back to hunting. Oh no, he also dropped a trap. I should have been smart enough, or I definitely should have. I definitely knew. He's gonna get back to me. So see, I should have been. I knew who the killer was, and that's a lapse in judgment. And I should have known because he's the trapper, that he probably dropped the trap, and I should have been looking down at the ground, so that if so I could have stopped and disarmed it, right? So when you disarm, like I was saying earlier, that's when you see the little icon with the skull beside the survivor's name. That guy made a noise when he jumped into that locker, so probably not a good idea. Oh, he's purposely making noise to try to distract the killer, make him chase him. So I'm gonna wait because I don't want to see that bar at the bottom is the camping mechanic there. I'm gonna heal him, but he came up for him first. And we were able to see where the trapper put a trap, so it's right in between that gap right there.
Thanks for the assist.
So now I know where his trap is, so I'm gonna avoid that.
It's time like these when I ask myself, what would
That is my mistake. 1,000% my mistake. I did the exact same move that I did last time. So he basically was like, well, he went way last time, so he's gonna do the same thing.
You're one in a
I'm
million.
gonna just now we're on our final hook state, so we need to. So now we need to be as selfish as possible here. We got 2 generators left. We can't really do anything to help our teammates if things happen. So like, an example is like that. We had a little bit of a sign there. It looked like somebody was stuck there. That means they just got trapped. So if the killer wasn't close, we could run over there and help free them from the trapper's trap. So ways that you can help your teammates out. So so far, I have played this extremely bad, and it's probably because I've been trying to tell you what's on my mind. So I'm gonna go over here. Oh, are you kidding me right now? I knew that one was there too, and he ran into it. That's the one that I was trying to get to. I didn't know that he had put one there. Oh, okay, so I was gonna go help him, but I'm gonna just leave here. I don't have the luxury of sticking around before the trapper shows up. Oh man. I have a med kit, so I'm gonna take the time to heal. So it looked, I totally even noticed, I should have shown, but like when you see the tentacles around, that's how you know that they're in a chase. There we go. So I've gone ahead and healed myself to full, so I got 2 health states. Now, he knows that because we've got trapped over on that side at that generator, he knows that we've been trying to work on that one. So he might just consistently double back to that one, just knowing that he might get lucky and see one of us there. So now I'm going to constantly look at the ground here. I see the top of his head. He's right there. He's chasing someone in the middle stacks here. Oh, okay, cool. So our teammates have been removed off the hook. Ooh, okay, so it's definitely more of a hide and seek game for me now. I'm gonna help with generators the best I can, but at the same time, I can't. I have to, like, whenever I see a little bit of a heartbeat or hear a little bit of a heartbeat. Let me heal you, buddy. He doesn't want me to. He wants to just work on the generator instead. Okay. He doesn't care about getting caught again. So right now we could run over there and try to help her, but the killer was there. So he's already swiped at her and taken her down. But I have full health states. And me and April are definitely ones that cannot see right now, but please don't see me. Oh, he saw the other guy. I need to look down because he probably trapped. He didn't trap. Claudette, relax, bro. Let me heal you. Let me heal you. You usually want to heal right where you unhook them because it gives you the most time. A little bit of time. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go, bro. We gotta, bro. That guy brought him to us. So now, as you see, I'm just straight looking at the ground because I do not want to run into any traps. That would be almost certain a death sentence for me here. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the long way around. He may have come back. That one is disabled. That one is disabled. I'm gonna work on this one. We have one left. Uh-oh. So I'm gonna use that as a distraction because that notified the killer where I am. And I'm not gonna take the chance that he's gonna beeline it towards me. So I'm gonna rotate. Claudette is still got one hook state left. So does the shooter. I get to him before. What is going on here? I'm gonna try to get to this person and revive them. He's probably going to come right this way because he knows where he dropped it. Yeah, he's coming. We're just going to beeline it. I'm going to come up this guy. I don't see any traps on the ground. Sometimes trappers will put a trap right at the freaking right in front of the guy that's hooked. So that's super annoying. April is out of the game. Knows I'm not this one. Let me see if I can, even though I don't have we're in trouble. We're in trouble. We're going to take a hit here. We have to. We have no obstacles to get through. Oh, he timed it better than I could. I was trying to time it for when he'd swiped, and I just hit it, but it was just a fraction too late. But I still have... Oh, I'm on death hook. This is not good, guys. Not good at all. There we go. That's not bad. A lot of lessons to be learned there in that game. But like I was saying, role playing is definitely one of my favorite ways to have fun in this game. Sometimes just panic running. Okay, panic running is when you see the killer's terror radius appear and you just start running like a chicken with your head cut off, and you just don't care what's going on. You're just like ah. And you're just screaming in RL because it can get kind of scary. Sometimes they jump scare you, whatever it is. The anxiety hits, the nerves hit, whatever the case may be. And sometimes I just have fun being a complete noob and just running in a straight line and just panicking. And, you know, it's probably hilarious for the killer because they're like, what is this noob doing? But it's a lot of fun. There's so many different ways to have fun in this game, even while you're learning. Because it's going to take some time before you get really good at looping and where you get a really good intuition of what's going on in the game. But yeah, so it's a lot of fun to just kind of mess around sometimes and just, I don't know. Sometimes it's different. So like you can decide to be like, hey, this game, I'm going to be the medic. Okay. I'm going to bring a med pack. I'm going to bring the highest med pack that I can with all the highest upgrades. And I'm going to make sure that I have as much healing power as possible. So then I can, so that whenever I see a teammate get slashed, I'm going to run over there and heal them. I'm just going to be the medic, okay? And that's going to be my thing. And I don't care what happens, whether I get hooked or whatever, I'm just going to be the healer in this game. And then you just have a lot of fun doing that. Sometimes you could be like, I'm going to be the guy that is only about generators. I'm going to take all these perks that help me fix generators faster. I'm going to ignore all things. And I'm just going to do that. You know what I mean? And then there's a perk that you can sabotage, or whenever you bring a toolbox to help you either increase your repair speed, you can also sabotage hooks, right? I remember I spent like 6 months one year where all I wanted to do was sabotage hooks before the killer can hook them, right? So you try to like figure out where the killer is and you try to stay close without him noticing you, and as soon as you see him down someone, you try to figure out what's the closest hook, where he's going to go from, and you try to beat the killer to the hook and then sabotage it, so then he has to turn around and go we got the dredge, so he has to go and find a different hook, and potentially my teammate gave you a little bit of a jump scare. But, you know, if you can sabotage the hook before the killer gets there, then he has to turn around and go hook them somewhere else, giving that your teammate hopefully the full 16 seconds to wiggle off, right? So there's so many ways to play this game where the objective isn't to escape. Maybe you're like, you know what, I'm going to be the guy that unhooks everybody. And you don't even worry about generating or healing or repairing generators, nothing. As soon as you see somebody hook, you just run over there and hook them. And you're just the guy that unhooks and heals and just, you're that guy, you know what I mean? But right now, Dwight is being chased by the killer because he just got swiped. So one of us has to be the man here. Has to gather our put our fears away and go help, and go unhook. Because if we both stayed there, then we would have had 2 people hooked. And we can't let this guy get to stage 2 because we want to give him his 3 strikes. There we go. So we're gonna move because that guy got hooked over there. He could easily come for it. He totally did. I'm gonna heal you. So he gave up. He heard that generator repair and he decided to book it to over there, on that side of the map, to try to catch her. Dwight still got a little bit of time. Now that he's done, I'm gonna go unhook Dwight. Oh, she went and unhooked him. So we're gonna move away here. We're gonna go up to this generator here and get the one on the 2nd floor here. Now I'm not gonna care about running indoors because he's not gonna be able to see our scratch marks from the outside. I'm gonna wait to see. He's probably gonna hook her on that corner over there because he used that hook last, and she was pretty close to that hook. Yeah, same hook as before. There's a window that I can vault out if I do see him come in here. Let's see if Dwight. Oh no. Dwight got down. So we have to be the one to go save this girl. We gotta make all the teamwork decisions. See, sometimes you just want to be like, I'm gonna do everything in my power to just be the MVP, do all the right things. And so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move into the house here because the dredge could easily. So the guy that we're facing can teleport through these lockers. Oh, I never talked about lockers. So there are lockers in this game. Now, when the dredge is in the game, you don't want to hide in lockers because when he goes into his teleport mode, he can see you in the locker and teleport you to that locker. Ah! Oh my gosh! And I was exposed. I was talking, so I didn't hear the cue that he came out of a locker near me. That's okay. So yeah, he can teleport. So he's gonna go into this locker. Oh no, he's not. And as soon as he didn't decide to teleport. So it's an ability that he can use. I guess he just wanted to go make sure that there was nobody in those lockers. There we go. Now we got a teammate to come save us. We're just going to run that sound. I'm pretty sure that means that he has jumped into a locker and he's about to teleport. Oh man, I'm running towards a locker. I need to get to a spot away from these lockers. I'm going to start the lockers. I'm going to drop my scratch marks. I'm going to go here because there's a pallet right here that I can use. Oh, he is close to me. I need to heal myself here. I cannot give myself a free down. So right now, if he hits me, I'm down. So I need to get back to my full health state to give me a chance to be able to help teammates and or escape if he does come after me. So he's right there. You could barely see him. You kind of get used to it. I know that he can only come through that opening right there. I'm now taking a walk away. I'm going to chance it. Yeah, he did. I'm going to go right for this save here. doubling back for this. Oh, no, he's so we have just enough time. Now he's going to double back to this spot or this area if he's smart. And we are not doing good as survivors. We only have one freaking generator repaired. That is not good. And then if you save this person. So there's a down pallet. That's one of the things that you can vault. And that altruism is going to be off the hook. Oh, he's over there. He's over there. He's definitely coming this way now. Oh, he's on me. He's on me. Oh, Nelly, he's on me. So I just got to connect these lines. So I'm going to loop this structure right here. He's not going to catch up to me yet. Oh, I couldn't get to it. Oh, wait, how did I get... Oh, yeah, he's got some sort of perk where if you unhook people, you become exposed. When you become exposed, it basically makes you one shot. And I gambled. I thought that I would still take the hit. I didn't realize that I was exposed. Because I was going to take the hit and then speed away. But, or at least gain my distance. Ooh, the flashlight play. She tried. We got 2 generators fixing that thing, so we're actually not doing too bad all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Oh my goodness!
We're gonna stand up, and we're gonna keep going back to the toy store.
So after you get
can't
unhooked,
take them
you
from
become
us.
invulnerable, so that the killer can't just down you really quickly again. So even if you would have swiped at me, I would have been able to get away. It just gave me a speed boost, and that's why he decided to go for the other guy instead of me. Opposite side of the map. I'm gonna wait to sprint up here. Now I'm gonna sprint, so then. I wanted to help heal her, but I can't get around to be able to heal her. Oh my goodness! Oh my god! Oh! Now she's gonna try to body block me. She tried, but there was just not enough space between them. Oh, not bad! Not bad. Another good game. That was a fun one. We were the unhooking specialist that game. Made sure that we were being as much team-oriented as possible. And that's how it goes sometimes. That's how it goes. Let's keep playing Survivor until we get to a point where we actually escape, so you guys can see that whole
Okay, someone
gambit
call
how
my
it works.
agent. I didn't
So
sign
let
up.
me switch to Michelle because I want to put all these to her. What only got me to 49. I'm trying to get her to stage 3 so we can get all her perks unlocked for everybody because I want to use. There's one. Where is it? This one, I think it is. So after you've healed one survivor, while downed with at least 25% recovery progress, you can press the ability button too, which is the E on keyboard, to recover instantly. And you gain broken and are downed again after 20 seconds. So it allows me to basically reposition to a spot where then the killer doesn't know where I am, and then my teammates can find me and recover and help me recover. So it's just an added perk that allows me for survivability, and I really want to play with that perk because it's a brand new perk, and I want to know if I can make it work in my playstyle. So tons of fun. You're not bad, though. We had a good run of the last one. We did a lot of freaking helping to the team, man. That was awesome. That was awesome. And I got a couple jump scares. My teammate jump scared me at the beginning of the game. And then the dredge jumps out of a locker right beside of us, and I pulled out the, oh my God. So, yeah. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Oh, we got 2 Nicolas Cages. And we got Rick Grimes, and we have a Cheryl Mason. I think Cheryl Mason is one of the characters that has the quietest, one of the quietest whimpering sounds. So whenever you're injured and trying to hide from the killer, if you want to be a little bit try-hard, that might be a champion for you. Now, you might notice that there's a difference between my Nicolas Cage and this guy's Nicolas Cage. So you can unlock a free skin basically for every single survivor in the game. Once you prestige them to level 6, then you unlock all 3 of the skin pieces for the bloody set, right? So it's the base skin set, but you're all covered in blood, right? So after you get to, when you prestige level 4, then you unlock, I think, the pants. When you prestige level 5, you get like the chest, and then 6, once you get the 6th prestige, you get the head. So then you get the full ensemble. The bloody character kind of shows that you've dedicated a good amount of time to playing that champion. Every champion that I have, I'm pretty sure I have unlocked it. You can also unlock the same thing for killers. So now let's kind of switch. I'm going to play my strategy, my game plan this time. So right off the bat, I'm going to try to get to one of these 3 gens. I don't even know if I really want to cut across here and make myself visible. Take a little bit of the long way here. Okay, so one of these is indoors. One of them is in the basement of this house. I'm going to leave that one though. Because that one, generators usually that are inside are a little bit harder to keep track of as a killer unless they're in a 3-gen situation. So we want to try to break this 3-gen here. These 3 are, 2 of them are underground at 3 gens. So this is probably the best one to use, because if I fix this one, it's going to hopefully identify the next 3-gen. Is this Freddy? Is this Freddy Krueger? I think this is Freddy Krueger. But right now, Cheryl is the one that's getting chased, as you can see. Oh crap, this guy scared the crap out of me.
Sorry that I did that to all of us.
He scared the crap out of me, and I missed my skill shot. So, what the hell? So we heal him all the way. We need to make sure that we heal him. So then because he hasn't been hooked yet. So we want to prolong our hook states for as long as possible. I accidentally missed a skill check here, so I don't know where he is. Killer's right there. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's the knight. No, it's the knight. The knight is so annoying. Because he can set out a little doom goblin to freaking chase anybody that gets close to him will get chased by him. And then it's a relentless beast. It ignores everything. Pallets, vaults, everything. And just goes straight beelines to you once it's hooked on you. Oh my goodness. We definitely screwed the old pooch on that one. Oh my goodness. I let him see me. I'm going to pretend like I'm going to go this way. And then I'm going to double back the second that I can. I'm going to guess it up. Oh no, it didn't work. It didn't work. I'm going to open this door. I'm not going to hit that pallet because I have the space to get through. I'm going to get into this house. Because there's a pallet in here somewhere. Oh my goodness, it's already broken. He let me go. Oh, see, that's what happens when your teammates try to help you. So he thought maybe he could take the aggro from me and get the killer to chase him, and he could loop him or something, but it did not go as he planned. But we're going to take advantage of that misplay by our teammate and just keep ourselves alive here. See that circle here? He's got this little creature that he drops, and if you're in that circle and he hits you, then the ghoul or whatever, the undead soldier guy, he will literally just keep chasing you. So unless you have full distance at the time, oh my goodness. He didn't see me. He didn't see me. See, there's one of those chests right there, guys. So if you wanted to go into games without any items and you can play RNG and see what items you get, that is definitely a way to play. Especially at the beginning when you don't have a ton of items, you don't exactly have items to actually go work with, right? So you're gonna have to go in solo. So that might be a strategy that you guys go with. And let's see if this guy's being a charge. Whoa! Lieutenant Beef Missile just went right at the killer. So our teammates are on their final hook stage here. Now this is a situation where you might decide to be altruistic. One guy, there's no way I can make it to golden gear. See that? His timer's like almost run out. And then Lieutenant Beef Missile, I might be able to get to because of the time that's left. But as you can see, there was a little circle here. So the guy, the killer put his minion over here. He's patrolling, and if I get into this circle, he's going to chase me down. He's going to know where I am. And so he's preventing me from getting to him. So now I'm going to have to play. I'm going to have to play for the. I have to guess. He's close to me. He's close to the shot. He's over there. He dropped it over there. To this corner, so he's that way. He's in that corner. He's over there. I can just, based off intuition. I should turn up my volume here. Can you see me? Drop his menu. I think he's so I'm going to use my life. And now I need to listen for the whirling wind, the swirling wind. Oh my goodness. There it is! If I can get to it, I can escape. Let's go! Let's go! We did it! Oh man! Holy guacamole, guys. That was a close one. So, we didn't get anything maxed out, but that's okay. We got a bunch of missions completed. We didn't see, the thing is that even when you escape, if you don't do enough to get to this pip, see, like they add here, we don't get that third one. Had I gotten to at least here, we would have got here. Had I done so awesome where let's say I got iridescent for all these, we would have like got 2 of these and I would have been able to rank up here. The rank doesn't matter. The only thing that rank matters for is if you finish at the highest rank at the end of the season. It's a 30-day season, so it resets every single month. If you're at the highest rank, your reward is like 1 million blood points. So it's a way for you to continue to, so if you're like got a whole bunch of champions or characters that you want to play, then you want as much blood points as possible to be able to, you know, prestige them and unlock all their perks for everybody. So frickin' Ray, let's go. Even though it didn't give us any ranking there, it was still a fun escape there. Woo! My heart was racing at the end there.
Now.
Woo! And that's why we like using Left Behind, because it allowed me to see the hatch aura. It was a weird little game because everybody was, I don't know, they weren't trying, or I don't know, maybe they were all brand new. I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to care. Some people get really frustrated when their teammates don't do what they want them to do, but you have to remember, everybody's got free will in this game. They can either decide to play as selfish as possible, play a hide-and-seek game and literally do nothing and wait until it's a hatch, or wait until the gates open and then escape. Or, you know, like, they can be as teamwork-oriented as possible and put everything on the line to make sure that everybody has a good chance of surviving. And sometimes you survive with everybody, or sometimes you're the first to go whenever you depending on the strategy that you pick. But regardless, it's a lot of fun. That one was a lot of fun, even though we didn't rank up there. Ooh, that got my blood pumping there. I'm ready, Canner babe. Oh, this is a big stream for today. I knew it was going to be a long one because there's a lot to cover, and I know it's going to be a long one, even longer now after I went the first hour of the stream without my freaking mic unmuted. Freaking noob mistake, bro. Come on. But it's okay. We're going to try to use my normal strategy that I usually go for here. So we're at the Gideon meat plant. Ooh, this is the Saw map. One of the 3 different variations of it. If you guys know, Saw Gideon is the name of the factory, or the factory that the Jigsaw. What's his name? I can't remember his name all of a sudden. Oh, right there in the middle. I saw the red stain. Oh. I'm going to avoid this for as long as possible because I definitely don't want to be hit.
We're gonna stand up, and we're gonna keep going back to the toy store. You can't take them from us.
Okay. So this guy is a killer. It's a created killer by Dead by Daylight, and he plays a hit and run style. So he hits you, and if you don't stop to heal, you'll down yourself. So it forces people to basically, it prevents them from really getting anything done, because you end up in this state where you're constantly healing, you're constantly mending, and therefore you don't get generators built. We have one generator almost. We got over 2/3 of the way done. Smiley Becky has got one going here, so I just healed myself. I'm going to drop down. And I'm going to go try to save this person. And don't be trying to unhook yourself. Save your state. I'm coming. He's coming for us. Oh, and he can also freaking bulb, which is so annoying. He's gonna actually try to take me. Get to another freaking pallet. I have nothing nearby. I already knew that I had nothing nearby based on the path that I took. I could have tried to get back to that one, but this guy is definitely gonna make this really hard. This killer is annoying to play against. But you just have to know the strategy. with him, you just have to be okay with being injured. I shouldn't have wasted my med pack so early. You want to be, as soon as you get like sliced, you want to mend and then stay. Basically, it's like a hide and seeking, because if he can't do his run and gun freaking or hit and run strategy, then it makes it even harder for him to actually accomplish his goal. All our teammates are over there. Oh, that girl is coming for me. That girl, based on the way that she's running, I can tell that she's being chased by the guy.
On my hero, I will pray to you.
I'll just use the rest of my medkit, even though it's not going to heal me. Just to get a head start for whoever decides to heal me. Ooh, I just gave my position away. It didn't even give me a freaking... Give me a freaking... I'm just gonna have to play hide and seek right here. I'm just gonna come down to the basement. I'm gonna jump in the locker. Ooh, there we go. We got 2 done. Okay, no, he's chasing somebody else. He's chasing somebody else right now. Oh, wait, there's gonna be a chest down here. Let me see if I can get a med kit. Please let there be a med kit in here. These guys are pretty decent. Oh, we got a first aid kit. Here we go. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We got some RNG. We got RNG that's on our side. I have literally done next to nothing to actually help. I don't even think I'm going to rank up on this one. But we'll at least be able to get ourselves fully healed. Give ourselves a chance. We got 1 generator left to do. Our teammates have been balling when it comes to... Close. Let me go here. Oh no, I was like, he could come down here and check. Because if he come down here and just kind of cleared the room, I could have been in a lot of trouble right there if he caught me walking over to that. Canada Babe is it's this one. Oh, we got this one. If I can complete this. I'm gonna just pretend like I ran away. I'm gonna go right here. I need to. Okay, it's over there and over there. Somebody's opening the gate. I can see the icon beside people. I just have to guess which gate it was. Oh, it's the one closest to me here. So here we go. We got the frickin' Endgame collapse going, guys. There it is. Here it is. I can take a swipe. And there we go. We escape. Oh, they're teabagging. That's bad manners where they're just kind of taunting the killer because we ended up freaking owning them. They are really good survivors. They were really good survivors. Let's see what I did. See, I knew I was going to get to that because I didn't do anything that much. See, look. Well, I guess I get survival points, but see, you gotta. I think to get to this, I think you needed 4 golds, or maybe like one red and then 2 golds to be able to get to this. So we make it through another game, and there you guys have it. Here's an escape now. The fun part. Let's go to killer, guys. Let's go to killer. My favorite, guys. So with killer, there is we'll see how it goes. Now I'm gonna play a bunch of games I'm going to use the two guys that I really like playing, even whether it's win or lose, okay? Because, let me turn up the volume here on my, anyways, so, wow. Anyways, so the killer is awesome. I like Ghostface and Michael Myers, so we're going to play a bunch of games of those because I'm going to show you guys how I play, not to win, but to have fun. So we got the scary movie freaking hey, what's going on, Lindo? We got the scary movie mask going on. So we're gonna do the first strategy here, where I play for fun, not for the win here, and where I'm basically just gonna try to go for jump scares, and I'm gonna be basically trying to be a version of the scary movie Ghostface killer. You know, the guy that like is like a jokester, you know, what's up, you know, all that fun stuff, right? And I'm basically just going to try to jump scare the people and just have fun doing that, sneaking up on people. I don't think, unless it's like they're giving me like easy hooks, I'm probably just going to let everybody escape because I'm just going to be farming jump scares. But, so that's what we're going to do here in this map. And that's one way, the extra ways in which you have ultimate fun playing this game. So it's going to be more of a, different approach. So I'm just going to role play as the scary movie Ghostface. Just try to have fun, just making these guys jump scares. I'm just because it's so funny, because you'll know when you jump scare them, right? Like if you catch them off guard, they'll like make their generators explode, or they'll just start scrambling like chickens with their head cut off. Oh, it's so much fun. Now, I haven't played Killer in a long time, so I'm not going to be as good at it as I usually am, but it's going to be really, really good. I forgot to check my everything. So I have a whole bunch of aura reading perks, so then I can kind of get a good understanding of where everybody is without having to hunt them down and give my position away. So that is going to be the first part. Let me see him a little very sneaky around here. Hey, Lindo, how's your day going, buddy? Hopefully you're having a great day, man. But we'll see if he can be a little sneaky. It's going to be so much fun. Oh, we got a disturbed roar, the Crotus Pen Asylum. So I'm a stealth killer, so I'm going to jump into stealth. Where is everybody? Oh, I don't have lethal pursuer to start. I must have been going on a try-hard build. So Ghostface is really cool because you can come up to places and you can lean. And you mark people by doing so. So let me see if I can. Some 3 gens here. Nobody's on that one. Oh! Somebody accidentally gave themselves away. Let me see. Just try to stay. Nobody's on that one. So they're in that side of the map. I hear them fixing a gen. I think there's one in this building here. Let me see. No. So they're on this side of the map. Let me see if I can catch them coming up. We'll hang out here for a little bit and see if anybody comes up to this. That would be hilarious if somebody comes up to this staircase and they see me just poking around the corner. Oh man. Here we go. I'm gonna mark them so then they get scared. Oh, he ran away. Look at him. He just ran away. He didn't know where I was, but he was just like, screw this, I'm out. Let's see here. There's one right there. Let me see if I can sneak up on this guy. and just scare the living bejesus out of him. No! Oh, this person saw me. No! No, you ruined my fun! You ruined my fun! I saw this guy. He's making his way over here, but now they know that I'm here. So now I got to... So they can hear my terror radius. I'm gonna pretend to chase her like, I'm coming for you! I'm coming for you! Come here! Come here! Oh, it's so good. I'll just let her go. I need to get my my meter back so I can go back to stuff. She's so scared. She was so scared. Oh man, the belly laughs that you get from this game are so good. Come on. I need to get my stealth back. It's no fun if they can hear my terror radius. Feel like they've already gotten so many generators. This is definitely not the way that you play to try to win. Why can't I get my stealth back? Oh, I'm already stealth. Aha! Run! I'm coming for you! I'm dumb. I didn't even realize. I haven't played so long. I didn't even realize I was in stealth. Come here, lady. Come here, lady. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go. I'm just messing around with you guys. I'm not here for that stuff. I ain't here for that. I ain't here for that noise. I'm here for the jump scares. Okay, so these are the next 3 gens here. Let me see. This one maybe? Yeah. She knows I'm close. She's somewhere around here. Let me see if I can get her in a good little jump scare. Where is she? Where is she? I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! Let her run away. Let me get my stealth back. So she's probably gonna come back. Oh, they opened the other one. Come here. Just peeking around corners on it. Just like in the movies. Just like in the movies. You gotta just like show up randomly in different spots and then go, I see you. No! 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 Double back. I would have got her too. I would have got her too. She's so scared. She's so scared. I think she already knows that I'm not trying to kill her. But that's okay. Bye. 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 That was so good. That was so good, man. Oh, that's awesome. That everything's going good for you today, man. I'll go over here and give him one last jump scare. Let me do it. Now can we get the She knows. She's trolling too. She's trolling too. I was like, can we distract her long enough for the entity to kill her? That was awesome. I didn't get a lot of points. It's not about the points or anything like that. It's about the laughs, guys. It's about the laughs. Okay. We need to go to a try hard build here. Something that'll make it easier to do this. We're not going to need that one. We need Lethal Pursuer. We want that. We want... There is... No, I don't need that one. I need to get some... Because I'm not going to be planning on hooking people. Right? So... Oh, nurse is calling. Yes, whenever somebody's healing, we can see their auras. So we will swipe at people. We won't take them down, though. Bitter Murmur. Oh, there we go. Let me see here. We're not... Oh, by that point, it won't matter. I don't need white aura. No, I want auras from our players, from the survivors. That one's... No. Oh, wait. All windows and vault locations are blocked for all survivors. Okay. Okay, so we need... Oh, maybe we can go... No, I don't want to use the Michael Myers perk. Okay, so no, but no. Oh, I know. It's the one from the night. That's who I want. No, the one where if I kick a generator. Here it is. Yeah. Oh, what did I have there before? Murmur. That's what it was. Bitter Murmur. So now we have a whole bunch of perks. I'm not gonna more anybody, so let's not waste those. 100% in all categories. Let's take it. All right, here we go. Now this will unlock the funnest way to play Ghostface, guys. I'm telling you, it is so much fun. You guys already saw me belly laughing a little bit there. They get so scared when they see you, but it only lasts for so long because once they realize that you're not in it for the kills and you're just in there for the jump scares and the lulls, they don't really react like you should. Like at the end, you saw them; they were just kind of dicking around at the exit gates. But the first half of the game, though, man, it's so good. It's so good. Oh man, the best way to play killer is when you play Ghostface like this. It's so good. I do another there's a strategy that I use for Michael Myers that I run all of October during Halloween, and I can't wait to show you guys that one. We'll do that one next because hopefully this one will give us a really good gameplay for you guys to see how funny it is to see these people when they freak out, man. It's so good. I'm not as stealth, I haven't played killer in a long time, so I'm not as good as slinking around and getting behind people and setting up. Because if you do it, now that I have the auras, I'm going to have the ability to kind of see where they are. And so it'll allow me to kind of get behind them or get to the side of them without them seeing, without accidentally giving myself away. And then I can get to the right spot where they can see me and I'll just poke my head around a corner and you'll see them go, ah! And they just run away. It's so good. It's just so good. Oh, man. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Ooh. There we go. Everybody's gonna be try-harding. Everybody's got add-ons or offerings to boost their points. we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a good one. Here we go. Ghost face. 3 over there. They're all over there. So now I'm going to try to get over here and get in behind them there. One of them has distortion because I was only able to see 3 of them. Here we go. They're all at this generator right here. We'll damage them so we get a little bit of a... See, you got their blood marks? We're going to give them a little bit of a loop, a little bit of a chase. Oh, she was already down. Oh, I kind of feel bad because I wasn't trying to down her. Here, what we'll do is we're going to pick her up. And then we're going to just walk to the furthest possible freaking generator or hook on the map and give her the 16 seconds to wiggle off. She'll be like, oh my goodness, I actually wiggled off. She'll be so hyped. Oh, I see one over there. I see one over there. Let's hide right here for a second, let my stealth come back. Let's come back, double back to this one. She's here, she's here. I didn't mean to do that, I wanted to stealth. That sucks. That sucks. Come here, lady. Come here, lady. Come here, lady. Oh, man, you're so good. You got away. Come here. Come here. I want to give her the wiggle. I'm going to give her the wiggle. Oh, we gotta go to that freaking. Oh, we gotta go to the hook way over here. Oh man, oh no, can I make it? Can I make it? Oh, that hook is way over here. Keep wiggling, lady. I want to pretend like it gets stuck. Oh no! You can leave. Okay, so now that we got... So the 2 girl characters probably have already figured out that I ain't here to kill. Let's see if I can... She's still behind us. Stop staring. Stop it. I'm trying to go for jump scares here, lady. I heard your whimpering noises. Right here. No, they're not here. Okay. Okay, so those generators. I bet you there's at least two over there where they were, because they're healing over there. Yes. Yes. We gotta get to the one all the way over there. We may have already ruined all our fun. Which generator would they go to? Which one would I go to? They were over here. So let me see if I can set up a nice little jump scare on this one. This is the one that I would go to because it's the furthest. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, I can hear it. Ah! Oh man! Now I get to after this game, I'm gonna show you guys lore accurate. Where are you? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm gonna chase you when I got someone on my shoulder. Oh, that's all I wanted to do. I'm chasing you with a friend when you're on my shoulder. Come back here! Come back here! Stop wiggling! You're making this harder than it has to be. No, I want her to wiggle. Oh no! Hey! Oh, you didn't think I was going to do that, did you? Oh! You too! Oh, you want to give me a little chase? A little chaseroo? A little chaseroo! We're just going to do a little old-fashioned. Come here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now I feel bad I can't do that to you. I'm going to just bring you as far away from the... I came out of nowhere on that first one. She had no idea I was behind that rock. Oh, that's so good. Oh, no! How dare you try to escape when I'm messing around here. All right. There you go. Come on. There you go. Now get up. Let me set up for my final jump scare. Come on. Slug race. Go. 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 Just go. Just go. Just go. Come on. Come on. Just go. Just go. Come on. Come on. Go. 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 She's trying to give herself up. She feels bad. You want the hatch? Come have the hatch instead. Can you crawl here fast enough before the timer ends? Let's go! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, let's go. What are you doing? She doesn't want to leave. Go! No, I'm gonna shake my head no. No! Get in here. Come on. before we drop again? Come on. Let's go. Get out of there. She wants to die. She just, okay, I will let you have your way, okay? I will let you have your way, okay? She might have been trying to decisive strike me here, but I feel like she just wants me to help her. Oh, I probably could have moried her. That would have been a lot better. Thank you. Bye. Come again. Oh, that was awesome. All right, now we're gonna go lore accurate. Freaking lore accurate ghost face here. Did I even get anything? Yeah, not even close to rank up. That's okay. We're not trying to rank up this time. We're trying to have fun. Now, this is where we can have another level of fun here, guys. We're gonna go full on. Let's go barbecue chili. We're gonna go. Where is it? No. Where's the one that I want? Oh, is it this one? No, I need. There it is. Surge. Bitter murmur. What can I use for the last one? Maybe we'll stick Nurse's Calling. That one was a pretty decent one as well. But we're going to rock this one here. So we got two, basically, this is all set up for us to just hard carry this one here. But we're going to go lore accurate. So we're going to be as lethal, as hardcore a ghost face that we can. We're going Scary Movie 2. No, Scream 2. Scream 3? Wait, which was the best? Which was the best ghost face? Yeah, we'll go Scream 1. Scream 1. That's what we're going for. Where we're going lore accurate, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be playing with our food a little bit. We're going to be hooking everybody. We're going to try to kill every single one of the survivors. Just make it even harder for them. And if we get lucky, we might even be able to get a little quickness. And then we'll show you guys Michael Myers lore accurate. Those are some examples of how to have fun in this game without trying to kill. Then, of course, there's a lot of fun when you actually try to play the game as intended. You get a little bit of a rush when you're like, oh my God, there's 4 left. I got to get that last guy before he escapes. There's nothing like when you get into a match where the survivors are trying their hardest to win, and you're trying your hardest to win, and you can get a full 4 kill. It's a lot of fun. We got 2 Dwights. That's going to be kind of hard to tell who is who, but it don't matter because we're going for the jugular. Oh, I should probably change my mask. I can't change my mask. We're going for it all. We're going jump scares. We're going full aggression, full lethality. We're going for it all, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, we got 2 people hiding their freaking offerings. Ooh-wee. Okay. So we got Lethal Pursuer, so we're going to do our best to just get the first chase started as fast as possible. We're going to sneak up on them, and hopefully we can just pull someone off the generator. So that's the one cool thing about a killer is if you catch up to them as they're going to do a vault or if they're on the generator, you can just pick them up and put them on your shoulder and bypass the whole 3 strikes you're out sort of thing. It's extremely hard to do, but it is possible. Oh, they're all over there. Okay. They're all upstairs. Oh, here we go. Oh, you don't have to hit shift when you... Come here. Let's find a hook. There's one right here. Nurse is calling. They're healing over there. So let me see if I can just get to the other side of the map. I know where they are. They're probably going to go to that generator there. Already. Just like that. We're going to choose her because we know that she's close. To death. And then we have her. Total try-hard freaking build. I'm not gonna go through that pallet just in case somebody is right here. We're gonna go right here. Just freaking pure freaking lethality, ladies and gentlemen. Just going for the jugular. I definitely marked her first. Go. Oh, I know where they are. If I was them, because I took someone off the hook over there. I knew you would be out here. Uh-oh, you got scared. Oh, lady, you are dead. Oh, that was hilarious. She thought I was gonna go this way, but I went that way. Okay, so now they should be on the opposite side of the map. I'm gonna check this one just because they've only just got their first generator fixed. There's a healer right there. How do I get down? This probably wasn't the best one. There she is. She's still healing. She has no idea. I'm stealth, so she has no idea. Oh, she's rocking that. all there. You're all there. Dwight, come back here. You thought I didn't know, buddy? I knew, buddy. I play that game all the time, son. I play the old freaking generator game or the locker game all the time. You have to freaking stop running. Give it totally away. I'm gonna pretend because I know they're gonna come to save him here. There she is. Come here, Laura. Go, and I'm going to leave you for last because you're tryharding. Dwight, you're on your last hook. Because I needed you to. Dwight! Come here! You're done next, so I'm gonna swap on him next too. Bro, I know what you're gonna do before you do it, okay? She's probably already got to it. Where is it? Oh, I got you all, mother trucker! Oh, man! Oh, man! Oh, this is gonna feel so good. That's what we call. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait. That's try-hard, lore-accurate Ghostface, and we were able to get a 4K on the first attempt at it. We'll give him a little GG. Ooh, man. That was an awesome game. We were like, did we double pip? Oh, we almost double pipped. We could have done better in which category? We almost maxed out everything. Oh, no, yeah. 3 of them almost maxed out. Deviousness. Deviousness. I wasn't as devious. I went... I like that bag on the Lara. Yeah, well, he was trying to freaking infinite me and all that stuff, so he had to get freaking try to loot me, act like he's so good. So he had to get it. He had to get it. Ooh, wait. All right. Now, I got to show you the best way to play Michael Myers now. All right. So the same perks. Now, we're going to play, I'm going to show you how I play Michael Myers when it's Halloween, okay? Essentially, when it's Halloween, if there is no Laurie Strode, if it's the month of October, okay? All October, this is how I play Michael Myers. If there is no Laurie Strode in the map, everybody survives, okay? If there is only, sorry, I burped there. But anyways, if there is, I'm going to show it regardless. So right now, this is the situation. If there's no Laurie Strode in the map, you let everybody survive and you do all you can to just give them jump scares. You know how that whole Michael Myers, you try to get, you do the whole Michael Myers thing where you try to get behind them, try to stay off in the distance and then just stare at them. And you do the stalking thing, right? And then you'll see that it's kind of like that ghost face where you're trying to jump scare them and everything. And when you see them lose their crap and run away, it becomes really fun. But in the event that Laurie Strode is on the map, okay, that's when you turn it on full Michael Myers, okay? And you try to make it so no one survives. And you try to you do everything in your power to kill Laurie Strode. But you got to make sure everyone goes down before Laurie. That's lore accurate, okay? So you got to make sure that you go all out. Oh, there's an infinite on this one. There. So there's one there. So they're going to that generator there. So I'm going to try to jump scare this guy first. I'm going to try to stay out of line of sight as much as I can here. And then I'm going to try to get here. I'm just going to stand. You can't see me. Stand right here. And then we chase him for a little bit. Oh my goodness. Oh, this guy's gonna try hard. I need to get away. I need to get away. So you know. Oh, they changed his stalker mode. I'm staying right here. I know he saw me. He missed a skill check. He was so scared. He was so scared he missed a skill check. That is so funny. They reworked Michael Myers a little bit. wasted her freaking speed where she shouldn't have. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh. I just want to annoy this girl right now. Turn into just full-on killer Michael Myers. Oh, I didn't know there was a thing there. We're just gonna turn into Michael Myers, just playing with his food. Get back here. Get back here. Come back here. Come back here. Oh, come
Yeah.
on. We're gonna bring him over to this hook.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's got we definitely have abandoned the mission, guys. We have abandoned the mission. Oh no, you played that really bad. Put you in the basement. Just because we were luckily right by the basement. They've totally reworked Michael, so I don't know how to do it anymore. don't know if the evidence is closed. Oh, I missed the stairs. We're just gonna go for the kills. We're gonna go any which way we can. Let's give this guy his second hit. Let's put him over here.
Yeah. Hey.
Come here, buddy. The flashlight brigade. You guys are tryhards. You're done. Oh, you know what? There's no camping mechanic here. Let's use you as bait. Let's use you as bait. Where are these guys? Uh-oh. Nobody's coming to save you? Not even one last freaking chase? Come on now. No way. Oh, no way. I should have freaking thought about the freaking flashlight. Ow, well. Okay, now we need to figure out... Hold on, I need to look at how his mechanic works. Because they've reworked him. I didn't realize that. perks? No, I want to see. Oh, here we go. Because you used to just hold down the right mouse bumper. Okay. The shape moves slowly. Stalker mode. Undetectable. Okay. Oh. Special mode. Pursue. Shape moves quickly and is even climate. So for me, I need stalker mode. Okay. Okay. So now, let's actually play lore accurate. So. Let's go. Oh, we got more iridescent shards. Oh, 270. What the heck? That was nice. That was nice. Very nice. Maybe we'll get lucky and Laurie Strode will be in there. I want Surge. So we put that instead of that. There we go. No, Lori. Everybody gets to live. So now we got to go for all the jump scares. Here we go. So now that we got Lethal Pursuer and we got Nurse's Calling. So actually we can switch some units. So let's switch Surge to... Where is it? No! We needed all 4 aura reading perks so we could do the most jump scares possible. So now we just hit control to go into stealth. Okay, that works. Now let's see if we can get set up on some freaking good jump scares here. Just swipes at everybody. There's no Laurie Strode, so we can't kill anybody. Starting to disappear. No way. He was like, what the hell? I'm live. There they are. Oh, I missed the wrong one. Ah, that's not nice. That wasn't nice. Sorry, my dogs go a little crazy when it's walk time. Aha! Give him a little jump scare right here. Just a little bit. Can you see me? Oh, that's how. They've definitely changed it quite a bit. Oh, I can't get back into stealth mode. I thought that was blood. It's the rats. Come on, I need my stealth mode again. I can't do any jump scares without it. Can't even just get rid of the place at all. Nice little scare. Where'd you go? Oh. I knew you were in there. That was so good. That was so good. Double back. Let's go. Jump scare again. Give her a nice little chase, scare the crap out of her. They're all so scared they're not even working on Jen. Come back here. Give her some nice little scares. Scared the crap out of her. Get back here. Oh, you. Flashlight me. You will get it. You will get it now. You flashlight me. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm gonna chase you. messed up now. You messed up now. You got hooked. See if I can pull it off. Don't play with me. We just gotta hunt them down. We gotta stalk them down. Come here. Come here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's taking forever to friggin' to get these generators, man. They should have been over by now. Like, not even trying. Okay, here we go. Where, oh where have my little dogs gone? Aha! I see scratch marks. Oh my goodness. We gotta do the low, slow walk. We just gotta walk him down. Just gotta walk him down. You look like. Oh? She thought she could hide in the locker. Oh, that is too funny, bro. That is too funny. Oh, come here, my pretty. Come here, my pretty. Come here, my pretty. Oh, the moonwalk! We got you with the moonwalk! Come here, my pretty. Well, come back here. Oh, come back here. 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 This scared the crap out of her. Oh, that is so funny. I gotta let her go heal. I gotta go let her go friggin' get those guys. Okay, now we gotta go back to stalking. There we go. There we go. They don't know, but I'm right here. I want you! I want you! I know you're healing over there, bro. Let me give you my signal. He was so scared. He's like, how did he know? How did he know? Bro, I'm Michael Myers. I know. I know what you're going to do before you even do it. There you go. Michael's coming! Watch out! They ran. They just booked it. You can't escape me, my pretty. You can't escape me, my pretty. You can't escape me. That was a frick ton of frickin' fun right there, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Then you type at the end, where's Lori? And then you type, where's Lori at the very end? So then that way you can frickin' get her done, ladies and gentlemen. That was awesome. That's lore accurate, Michael Myers. That's how you have fun. Hope you guys had a great one, guys. Oh, man, I gotta go. I haven't eaten anything today, and I am starving.